You never know which way to rap. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is going. Classic conversations with JT and Low. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way to rap. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way to rap. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way to rap. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with JT and Low.
What's happening, y'all? It's Tuesday night. Tuesday night is here for Classic Konversations with JT and Lo. And every blue moon ask a cop. But today, things going to be a little bit different, man. As you can see, there's no JT. There's no ask a cop. But you got your boy Lo, man. We in the building. So right now, I want everybody to tell a friend, tag a friend. I want everybody to go down, like, share, and subscribe. I want everybody to go start hitting those likes, those stars, and all the good stuff on the side of your phones. And do all those merry things. Dwayne, am I missing anything that JT does on the intro? Like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend, tag a friend. Don't do it now, but do it right now, man. And hit the button.
Goddamn button.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Is that everything? Did I cover everything? Did I miss anything? JT, I see JT logged in here a minute ago. JT, hopefully I covered all your stuff that you normally do at the beginning of the show, man. But again, Classic Konversation with JT. And Lo, talking to JT because JT is either on his way or is now in St. Martin. Is that right? JT flew over to St. Martin, man, for the play God Guys that he's performing in this weekend in St. Martin. So the change in my voice is the sadness that I can't join him in St. Martin. Because it'd be nice to be in St. Martin this weekend.
Would be.
But, but JT, man, enjoy yourself, break a leg, and all those good things. Do I have my shades on?
Yeah.
I forgot to change my glasses out. And ain't nobody tell me. I just
Too cool for school.
Like cool low. That's
man. These are prescription glasses, so I forget sometimes that
you got them on.
I have them on.
That let you know the lights are very bright. If they've turned to, the tint mode.
No, these are regular sunglasses though.
Oh, I thought you were saying they were your eyeglasses, but they have the tint.
These are prescription sunglasses.
Okay, got you.
And I didn't realize that I had my sunglasses on until I looked up and saw the screen like, Dad, I got my sunglasses on. Nobody, Dwayne didn't say nothing, man. But anyway, man, Classic Konversation with JT and Lo.
And Jose.
And look who's popped in. Look who's popped in. Jose's in the building. Jose just be asking questions on the 5 minutes before the show. I'm just calling her out right now, man, because she keeps doing the same thing, man. And she know what I'm talking about. That's why she laughing. But anyway, man.
That's how we communicate. 10 minutes before. He know. Me and been doing this dance a long time.
Yeah, man, here we go. But Tuesday night Classic Konversation with JT and Lo. As you can see, Jose walked in the building. What's up, Jose? How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I can't complain at all. I had a pretty good weekend. Had good shows at the comedy club. Really good shows, too. Really kind of made me nervous at the beginning of the shows because the sales were real light. But both nights, it just kind of popped off. So I was really...
That's good.
Yeah. So it was cool. Yeah, can't complain at all. You had a good weekend?
I had a great weekend, a great week, actually. I got to visit some family in Texas and hang out and celebrate my birthday and go to the beach. And yeah, I was under the weather, but just being around my family, made everything that much a little bit better.
Okay, good deal.
So you from Texas?
I'm not. What happened was just a lot of my family have moved there for work and things like that. So my brother ended up relocating there, and I already had some family there. So it was just perfect. I said, I'm coming down for my birthday.
Okay.
Good deal.
Leo season.
It is Leo season. It is Leo. Oh, you a Leo too?
Oh,
When's
yeah.
your birthday?
The 31st.
Of
July.
July.
Yeah.
Your birthday just passed.
Yeah.
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 I heard it. You ain't said nothing about your birthday. I ain't seen no birthday post, nothing.
I did. I posted one. I did a birthday post.
Wow. So you, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Usually,
Yeah.
you ain't
If
been,
y'all
you ain't been
look it
around
up,
as long.
all the erotic women in the music and film industry are Leos.
Is that right?
Yes. All the ones that have the men hooked. I got to throw that in there.
There you go.
Or maybe they don't have them hooked. Maybe they just all a little crazy. The more I think about it.
The more you think about it, huh?
Yeah. Yes, it is. Obama is a Leo, right? Yeah. Madonna, Halle Berry, Vivica Fox.
So when is your birthday?
Tom Brady.
Okay.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Nipsey Hussle.
Our middle son's birthday, August 6th.
Is that right?
Oh, really?
It's Thursday.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. Leo's in the house. All right, Leo season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, Leo's
Sunshine birthday was yesterday.
Leo. Yep. Sunshine's a Leo. Leos are the only ones that don't have a planet because we are the sun. Yeah.
It's Leo season. I'm gonna
We
let
bring
you
the
whatever
shine.
y'all say, y'all got it. Whatever y'all say, y'all got it. What up, TZC now, man? I guess you was on that feed with Bo again. Bo be having his own feed for y'all. He be kidnapping y'all.
How does Bo keep having his own private?
I don't know what's going on, but JT just said he was on another feed, so I'm assuming it was one that Bo be hanging out on. But listen, man, y'all heard him talking. I like how they just jumped in the conversation. I appreciate that. That means you got all the jitters already out. That's a good thing. But to my right, man, we got Anthony and Trina Green in the building.
Hello.
Yes.
If y'all remember, they came a year ago, man, and had a story to tell and just a history lesson, you know. Ant was my first roommate in college.
Yep.
Although he didn't want me, but
Oh man, don't say that. Yo, come on now.
he didn't want me as his roommate because he was looking forward to having his own room, and they put this freshman in on him.
But he wind up being
See, they hear that? Wind up. That let you know it confirmed my story. But go ahead.
Right.
But you see, it was I guess like the young folks say today, it was a culture change because you had me, this older guy, this old school guy that didn't know, and then I got this young guy coming in who was strictly a East Coast New York rap guru on the history of rap, and his favorite artist was KRS-One.
Yes, sir.
And at that time, I was like, who? And he was like, KRS. And I mean, when I say he used to, I'm talking about blast it. I mean, he had it going everywhere. So I had to get a history lesson on that. But yeah, he turned out to be the greatest of a roommate.
How about that?
He was there to help me go through.
I mean, he couldn't have took up much room.
Oh, we got jokes. But boom.
Now Lo came in, and when he set up sharp in there, what was gonna be my solo room wind up being speakers here, stereo here, television.
Okay.
I mean, he had the work going. I'm like, okay, we finna have a little concert hall here. And he taught me about, you know, like I said, KRS-One and all that. Then we used to bump heads because me being originally from South Georgia, that's my home.
Yeah.
And, you know, down there, we think of nothing but football. But then he came up and said, wait a minute now. I'm from, you know, and he told me where he was from. And he had this running back
Yes,
who was a
John
beast.
Stewart.
You know, Stewart was a beast.
Yeah.
And he was like, he's the greatest. And we would go back and forth.
We did indeed. That's true story. That's true story. We started talking about the South Georgia football, big school versus little schools. And we used to go at it now.
Go at it. Yep.
That's a true
what's up.
story.
Didn't do nothing but increase the love, though. We wind up for years, and his mom would come up, and she was sitting there with us, and then my folks come up, we'd go, and then we hit the field. That was it.
Yeah.
What's up?
That was our life.
Wow.
That's crazy, man. How long
So
that was.
y'all both played?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. West Georgia. What is now West Georgia Wolves. We were the Braves. We were back in the 80s. We were the Braves.
Okay.
It was West Georgia College.
Yep. The college.
State
team,
University
not
of
the
West
state.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Okay.
True story. And his wife right here, you know, she would pop in every blue moon down at the West too.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He been talking about Miss Trina for a long time, so we knew about her as a youngster as well.
Been together all these years, and
Wow,
matter of
that's
fact,
beautiful.
she was the one you remember when she got me to play. Well, I played in my first alumni game because of her. I said I wasn't gonna play, but yeah, the boys, Troy and the boys, talked me into it.
Yeah, how about
And
that?
after he played that game, he said, "I'm not gonna play
I'm not
again."
gonna do another one.
Another one. I paid for it.
So that was a wrap, huh?
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, welcome back, you all. Glad to have you all here.
Thank you
for
so
allowing
much.
us to come.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, like I told you, man, we got a few hot topics we're gonna jump into. Before we get into, you know, the deeper subject of the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a few good ones I want to talk about, right? But the first one I want to talk about is, did you all hear about Dr. Fauci pleading the fifth to all the COVID conversations?
Yes.
What's your thoughts on that?
Want ladies first or me first?
Whoever want to speak, go ahead and talk about it.
I personally, I support what he did, and the reason I did was because
You support what Fauci did?
yes,
Okay.
pleading the fifth, because he was called in for them to try to make an excuse and to try to help them prove a point where they were just waiting on him to say something so that they can turn around and say, now we're going to launch investigations into this where we can press charges against him. They were trying to some kind of way move the needle from, if you pay attention, most people remember what they said hurt that person up in Washington, D.C., because I don't like to call his name.
The occupant.
Yeah. What hurt him
You like
was how he
Candyman.
handled COVID. And
I thought
they
the
put
Or
the
how he
blame
mishandled.
right, how he mishandled it. But then
Yes.
here they trying to throw the blame on Fauci, saying, "Oh, we got your diaries and we got all of this, and did you not know this? Did you not?" You know, they were trying to throw things at him, hoping he answered one of them, and they were gonna take it and run with it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he said, "I plead the fifth."
Yeah.
When you got a leader that plead the fifth over 400 and some times when he was interviewed and nothing was said, you know.
Right.
So why you gonna now come at this man for doing it 100 and something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm supportive of him
Yeah.
doing that.
I felt the same way when I saw the clip, because I know, like, the people that were against the vaccines, they kind of jumped on it, right? However, I had a friend that worked at the hospital, that was a head nurse, and she told me during that time, she said, you know, the white people check in and they're here for a few days. She said black people check in and we end up having to put them on a ventilator. So she saw the devastation. They've always tried to downplay it. And the people that are, and I'm not anti or pro-vax. So let me just say that. I feel like whatever you feel like you should have done, you do it. But I saw that there were literally people dying. And so I felt like when they started attacking Fauci, they really were trying to throw, kind of cover up what Trump did, because had he handled it like he was supposed to in the beginning,
Right.
we would not have been dealing with trying to find a vac, trying to do, keep people from dying, because people were dying. A lot of people don't believe that, but I know people. I had about 4 relatives that got COVID. 2 of them ended up being on oxygen for about 2 years after COVID. So I saw what it was doing, where a lot of people just don't believe it. I had a friend die. Her and her mother died within a month of each other. So, I saw the devastation, and I felt like they did what they felt like they had to do at the time. Because had there not been an option and people kept dying, people would have been like, why aren't they doing something?
Right.
So they were going to be damned if they do, damned if they don't. However, if Trump had handled it the way he should have, instead of downplaying it, then we would have been protected. I really feel like we would have been protected. Less people would have died. It would have went a totally different direction. So of course they are going to try to now throw which this administration is a master at just like look over here,
Right.
trying to divert
Don't
your
look here.
attention
Right.
from the mistakes and the things that they are doing wrong.
Right.
To be like, but he's doing this, So I don't even fall for it anymore. I don't with this administration. I just don't. Yeah.
Trina, what's your thoughts?
Yeah. Well, I feel the same way that both of you do. I agree that it's okay that he pled the fifth. He has the right to do that. Other people exercise their right to do it, and I think it was not an issue with him doing it as well. Because as Anthony was saying, others do it, and there's nothing said, but now they want to make a big deal because he's exercising his right. So, yeah, I just think they should just leave him alone. Don't give him a hard time about that.
So now let me ask you all this question. Based on it, though, based on him pleading the fifth and the way they went about it, and I agree 100%, their intent was to try to get him to say some things, perjure himself. They were trying to, do it for the show, but try to be able to come back. But does it give you any pause, though? Although, you said a lot of people did die and things of that nature, and not being pro-vac or anti-vac, but did it give you any pause in terms of questioning the validity of COVID? We all agree it was mishandled, but, because you got, I know my people can't stand Stephen A. Smith, but he apologized to Kyrie Irving by dogging him out based on Kyrie's stance,
right.
And a lot of people took the stance of, I'm not getting vax, I'm not buying into it, and then right now, we're all living in a world of people that are vax and non-vax.
Right.
And they could be right beside you, they could be right in front of you. That mean they're all around. You don't know who's who. You know what I mean? But we all still in the same inner circle. Correct. So does it give you any question now about it?
I would say for me, no.
Okay.
And the reason being is because, for one, my testimony.
Sure.
All y'all, I think she may remember it. What I went through. My transplant, and I was living off a machine, was in the heat of COVID, 2020, when COVID was at its strong point.
Okay.
They told me it's amazing that I made it out of the hospital and didn't catch it because it was all over the place. Well, my stance on it is as today, COVID is still out there. It's stronger. It's a different strain, so it's still there. It's up to you what you decide to do as far as your health. Now, me, I'm going to have to pay attention to what my doctor advised me on, what he do, because I'm dealing with a system that can't fight off everything that you all's body can. So I have to take and pay attention to what they say about each vaccine, about whether it's there, because I got to take it because I need all the help I can with my system. Now, if we look back at how it was handled and what they did with it, I think what caused most of the confusion with it was when you got a leader telling you it's not that serious, it's not anything, and you know how some of them follow everything he said. Sure. That's why a lot of them showed up to his events unprotected when, like, we know Fauci and the presidents were trying to say, cover yourself with a mask. He told them, I'm not wearing one. You shouldn't wear one, and you don't have to. And a lot of them were getting, were dying, like you said. I mean, so me personally, I feel that it is the CDC. They gutted it like they did, but we need them to lead us and tell us about these things, because a lot of us and a lot of our family members, we got elderly parents that are living. They can't take that chance and play with life like some of these young folks get it and they cough for a little while and be like, oh, I had it. It ain't nothing to it. I got sick for a minute and I got better. Well, guess what? There's some people who got it. I got a good friend of mine who can't talk very clear with his voice now because he had it.
Yeah.
So that's why I say I'm with it, but I understand some people's choices not to, and it's you playing with your life, and I can't do that with my life. It's too much.
Yeah.
Well, it has not changed my stance at all. One of the things that I think caused a lot of uproar was during a time when a lot of employers were mandating that their employees be vaccinated in order to maintain their positions. And there are some people who they stood firm and they made the decision not to do so. And I think that is their right. But, you know, that was just one of the rules that some employers had. I still am one that will continue to be vaccinated, although it's not 100%. That does not mean that you will not still get COVID just because you're vaccinated, but it's still important to, as far as I'm concerned, to still be vaccinated because, as Anthony was mentioning, there are other strains that have come out, and as they produce additional vaccines each year, it's based on what those strains are that are out. So we just have to, I think, do our due diligence in trying to protect ourselves and protect others. Because one of the things that really bothers me that I would hear some people say when they refuse to be vaccinated is that, well, I don't know what they put in that. I don't know what's in that vaccine. Well, truth be told, other vaccines that you've had, you really don't know what's in them.
Yeah.
So I don't think that is a valid reason to decline getting the vaccine because you're not familiar with exactly what the components are within the actual vaccine. Because even if they told you, most people still would not know what that is. But I just think it's important for us to, with whether it be COVID or any other type of disease that we're trying to prevent, we have to make sure that we're trying to protect ourselves and protect others in the community and our loved ones, because a lot of times there are parents that are making these decisions for their children and not getting them vaccinated because of their thoughts. And the children are getting sick, and in some cases, some don't make it. So even if it doesn't 100% prevent them from getting sick, it helps them to fight if they do contract it. So I think people need to look at it from that standpoint. So for me, I think it's still important, and it hasn't changed my stance.
Okay.
I think they've overlooked the fact that, like you were saying, there's been vaccinations have been around for years, right? Because these different diseases were killing us in droves and, you know, like huge amounts of people, just like COVID did. So we've been trying to do, and sometimes vaccinations are going to have an adverse effect on it. But when you're talking about that, like even in the thread when I read Fauci, when I saw the clip, you had a thread full of people saying why they didn't do it and how people were dying. And I said, but you had millions of people die from COVID.
That's right.
You're not getting any numbers anywhere near millions of people dying from the vaccine. Does that make sense? Yeah. So that's the part where I'm like, y'all, the numbers are not adding up where y'all are saying this. I'm not against you if you don't want to take it. However, what you're saying is not legitimate to me. If you're saying it's like a 0.1% chance, but if you catch COVID, it's a higher chance that you won't make it, or you may have some things that happen to you afterwards. But again, I'm not pro or anti. I just think that, like, the argument, when we've been fighting diseases, they've always made vaccinations because people were not living long. People weren't living past 30 at one point, right? They have now people. There's so many more elderly people now because people are living longer because of vaccinations, because of medical, things that they've done medically to help people to withstand different things and to last longer and for their body to fight through. So I'm with the science. and with trying to find solutions when you see that something is out of hand. So that's the part I don't really get when people are so, because they can't show numbers. Do you have those numbers, Lo? Like how many people actually can say that died from just getting the shot from the vaccination?
No.
Right. But we know millions have died from COVID.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
We've seen, I don't think too many people don't know somebody that died from COVID at this point.
That's
You
true.
see what I'm
I
saying?
don't either.
Right? Like everybody knows someone, so.
It's interesting.
And another thing that goes in line with that, I can think back to in the 70s when we were in elementary school growing up. I remember we had to take shots. You had to go get your different shots before you could even attend class. And like my wife just said, we didn't know what was in them. All we knew is we had to go, and you had to have a record showing that you had been vaccinated. You had taken your shots. And I can think back to when we was in school, we would have someone with the chicken pox every now and then, or, just the flu, stuff like that. But you didn't hear tell of the measles getting out of hand like they are now, because they leading people away from these things. And so that's why I'm like, it's amazing how so many people, we had to take it when we was younger, and I think we turned out okay. You know what I'm saying? But now all of a sudden people be like, oh, it's destroying your children, it's doing this. But I can say, like I said, with me, if I didn't have it, I caught COVID. My wife and I caught COVID. And my doctor told me, thank God you took your shot, because it didn't have me to go in the hospital. He said there were so many transplant patients that he have that had caught COVID, and they had to be put back in.
So you caught COVID after
the transplant, after my transplant.
and
And
after
after vaccination.
after vaccination.
And we caught COVID, and we was like, I was sick for a little while. I didn't lose my taste or anything like that. But when it was time for me to go get my checkup, that's the one thing he told me. He said, we can see, you had COVID. They could tell by my breathing. And he said, it's a good thing you had the vaccine, because he said, with your condition, you wouldn't have been able to fight that off. You could have possibly been back in living off of oxygen, or you would no longer be with us. So that's why I say, each person have to really look at their life and your livelihood. And, I know some people who thought they were 100% healthy. No way they can. They run, they go to the gym, they lift weights, they do all this. And then next thing I know, I'm listening to my friend Jerry talking. I can't understand him. And hey man, I'm like, what? He said, my throat gonna be like this because I had COVID. And I'm like, what? And he was like, yeah, he had to have his lung transplant or something.
Oh, Lord.
All because COVID got him. But guess what? He wasn't vaccinated.
But he wasn't vaccinated.
Yep. And it took him. And he still talk like that to this day.
And did he say that they tell him, they admit or acknowledge that he would have maybe avoided that condition if he was vaccinated?
He said, and
they told him that?
They told him that by him not being vaccinated, he caught it, and it went through his body quickly.
Gotcha.
Like that. And so he now gets vaccinated. He makes sure he stayed on. But he said he's like me. He have to, because he can't fight it off.
He has to now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's
interesting.
It's different stories from different ways. It's up to you and how you feel about your family, your health. And if you want to, it's almost like you playing Russian roulette. You're gambling with it. You don't want to do it. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Most of the vaccinations, well, I'm gonna just say a lot of them, because I don't know to say all of them, but they give you a little bit of whatever it is so that your body can
fight it off.
Yeah, so your body understands what it is and can process it and that type of thing. So so you're helping your body to build up an immunity to it,
right?
As opposed to just catching it right out. My thing though, the other thing is like a lot of these people, they will be out here doing all kind of stuff, sleeping with all kind of people, doing all kind, but then be like when the vaccine come along, I don't know what's in it. You know what I'm saying? Eating out every day, you don't know what's in. We don't know what's in none of this stuff. You see what I'm saying?
They just announced
yes.
What you call them today?
What's
on the
it?
news, Chipotle.
Oh, what's going on with Chipotle now?
It's something in one of the
It was in something with the jalapeno.
with the jalapeno.
They got
and
lettuce now, the jalapenos.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
What we gonna eat next?
Yeah.
Chicken.
You like you literally.
But it's funny you
don't
say that
know.
though about the people because it's like I was laughing about these guys at the club the other day because a lot of people didn't do the vaccination. A lot of comedians definitely didn't do it, and they talking about what's not in something. I said y'all be worried about all this other stuff, but I just watched 3 of y'all grown men pass a joint to each other.
Yes.
Come on.
I said y'all basically just
Exactly.
kissed each other.
Yeah.
Basically.
Y'all just
Basically.
passed.
Yep.
You 3 grown men just
Yep.
shared a joint.
slobbering on.
Yep.
It's slobbering on.
Yep.
Like y'all just kissed each other.
100%.
But y'all worried about what's in the vaccination? Man,
Now you want to get picky,
now you want to get picky.
and especially in Atlanta, HIV is running amok.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
It is.
So clearly it's a whole lot of letting some stuff in your body.
So Frank said that the administration is anti-science. They don't fund the CDC, nor they put in the right people in position to lead the country. JT says, interesting take. Was it just cause for people to be fired because of non-vaccination? Are you saying to force them to do the vaccination, JT? Well, make sure I understand the question. MJ said, I was forced to take the first shot because you couldn't travel. Now, MJ, you said, use the word forced to. Are you saying that you would have, you didn't want to take it, or you wouldn't have taken it had you not wanted to travel? Or was that just a motivating factor? I'm curious to know. Just because you said forced, so would you have taken it without that, I guess? Are there lawsuits that can be filed because of this Fauci situation? Well, that's what they're trying to figure out. That's why they're trying to get him to expose himself or whatever. Supreme Monk said Kennedy snorted cocaine off a toilet seat. He is not anywhere near Fauci brain level. The thing they're trying to hit Fauci with is BS. All the conspiracy theory crap is just that crap. Human beings can survive without some vaccines. Over time, our bodies can adapt. What about those who can't?
True.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's exactly what I'm getting at, is that most of these vaccines were created after you had hundreds of thousands of people dying.
Right.
Not just, 10, 20, hundreds of thousands of people. So
There's
then
an
they
epidemic.
said we have to do something for population control to help people to live, So I'm not gonna say I don't think that anything's gonna be 1,000% foolproof. It's just no
No.
way around it.
No.
There's no way to do that because everybody's body is different.
Right.
Correct.
But when you see that most people are not living once they contract measles, polio, all those different things that we started being vaccinated for, then that the science is the science. It's proven.
Yeah.
Right.
And it
See
was
what
under
I'm saying?
control
Right.
at one point.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then I think they got rid of a lot of scientists that wasn't speaking the language that they wanted them to speak.
Oh, I'm sure.
From the CDC. They got
I'm
rid
sure.
of a lot of them because they were like, no, we don't want you coming in here with that. We want to guide them this way, to make them, because they want them to believe in what they're saying and what they're spitting. I mean, you look at who running the CDC now. This man was the biggest conspiracy theories about.
That's what we're talking about now, snorting cocaine off toilet seats.
Yeah, I mean, so how
I mean,
can
this
you
the guy
put a
this guy
man
we
doing
trusted.
that and put him over this country's healthcare?
Correct.
There's no way I would listen to him. I don't care if he was in this room right now. I wouldn't listen to him. I can't even the way he talked. I don't know what happened to him. Why his voice the way it is.
Probably didn't get vaccinated.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Probably had COVID.
The reason he talk like that,
Low, you-
So I know
but
I would be paying
that's why I was kind of in agreement when I'm not saying it's right. I'm not going to say it's right. But when they were telling people, if you were going to work at the hospital, you have, like I said, because I knew people that were in the setting. So they were like, this is not a joke. Like, I don't care what anybody tells you. People are trying to tell you this is fake. I'm there. I'm looking at what is coming in the hospital. And especially in Atlanta, most of Atlanta, the nurses and stuff in Atlanta are black. They're not letting black people just die to be letting people. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They're going to give them the best care. It's not like, oh, they were getting a different standard of care. No, that virus was literally breaking Black people, people of color, people of Spanish descent. They were breaking their systems down. You know,
Yes, it was.
yeah,
And one thing about it, during that time, I remember. I don't remember everything, but some things I can remember. I remember when the emergency room and like X-ray room and all of this scan rooms, it was so crowded there.
yeah,
It was bed after bed along the hallway.
Sure.
I'm talking people that's sick that need to be in a room but couldn't go in a room. It depended on your level of what's your situation.
Right.
If you like in my situation, he living off a machine, then I get a room. But it's someone else who might be dying over here, but you ain't reached his level yet. So you in the hallway and you
Yeah.
can hear people screaming for pain, medicine, needing the help. Some of them can't, they can't function, but you got nurses trying to weave between beds in the hallway,
Right.
all because people were sick and like she said, dying.
Were
Yeah.
all of those people, did they have masks on, all those people?
No, not the patients. The nurses did.
Nurses.
Yeah.
did.
But not the
nurses did.
patient.
Mm-mm.
yeah,
And like some of us had respirators on, some of us had breathing masks on,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But you saw people that they were rushing in that was just there because they didn't have a room for them.
yeah,
So they took them back and like checked their bloods and everything, checked them in, their blood pressure and all of that. But they was lined up in hallways. And I'm talking all down the emergency room. They having to push beds to get you on the elevator.
That actually was my motivating factor. 'Cause I ain't gonna lie, I was very, very resistant initially. I ain't gonna lie to you, I was very, very resistant. But because of the number of people that I know that work in hospitals, you know what I mean? When they kept talking about it and they were like, "Hey, listen, play with this thing if you want to."
Yes.
I'm looking. They were like, "I'm seeing this every day.
yeah,
This thing is real. This thing is happening. This thing is killing folk." You know what I mean? And that's when I was like, so that's when we had those family conversations, and then I had to think about people like my mom.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's elderly, and and do you want to be around them because they can't? They may not be able to fight it off
Yep.
as
Yeah.
well as you. So all those things started to play a role in those decision making, but I mean, I was resistant, just like a lot of people are, and were, and still some still are. But it's like, do you want to? You said it. What you said earlier? You kind of you want to play crapshoot or not? You know what I mean?
Is
So
it- you want to rule
it's roulette. Roulette, yeah. So it's like safe than sorry. But I understand why they're resistant because of the country we live in. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And the lies that's told. And
yeah,
And you careful about what you put in your body anyway. You
Yeah.
like, wait a minute, hold up. Somebody give you a drink. The first thing you're gonna say is, what is this?
yeah, yeah.
They be like, oh man, just taste this out.
Yeah.
No, bro, I gotta
Yeah.
see you pour that.
Yeah.
whatever.
But between the hospital and then watching TV and seeing them lines and seeing all them white folks in line, I was like, oh shoot, this must be real. Look at all them white folks.
yeah,
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, they white folk in the front of the line. This thing might be real.
yeah. All the reports of people that were like in their house dying, that's what really kind of shook me. I'm like, because they're thinking they're going to get over it and they just end up at the house dying, not going to the,
Right.
just not going to the hospital, not trying to get any type of treatment. And one of my sons has asthma and has had respiratory issues over the years. So for me, I'm like, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'd rather know. It's funny because I was married at the time, and my husband, the second time that we went and got tested, we ended up having it, and he was like, "I'm not getting tested because I'm not taking off work," and I was so disappointed by that because I'm like, that's a very selfish way to think.
Yeah.
To
you
be
put
carrying
life
something,
at
yes,
risk.
and putting
Yeah.
other people at risk, for your beliefs, right?
Right.
When it's showing you, because this was not just like America could lie about it. This was
All over the
worldwide.
world. All over the
People were
world.
dying and reporting numbers, so it was like it couldn't be that big of a conspiracy that the whole world was in agreement.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm just like, you can't be that slow to just really think everything is a conspiracy when you're looking at it and people.
Right.
You
Exactly.
literally know people that have caught it and that are sick. So
But what people don't seem to keep in mind, though, is that COVID is still here. Oftentimes when you hear people talk about COVID,
As if it's
they
gone.
would, they refer to it as if
Just
it's no
vanished in the
longer here.
sky.
Yeah, it's gone. You know, when COVID was here, COVID is still here.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's
Still
airborne. Anything airborne, there's nothing you can do to kill it.
Can't.
It's just like you said, you got a
Can't
bunch of
hide it
different
or
strains, but
nothing.
if it's anything airborne is here to stay.
Yeah.
But you know, and I believe, like, you know, here's over time, a version of COVID was always been here.
Yep. Exactly.
It's just this.
It's just
particular-
that in 2019 they saw signs where it was starting to get real
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Yes.
It grew legs.
Yes.
It grew
That's
legs.
why they called it COVID-19.
19. Correct.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
but it's
Correct.
been here.
It's been here.
It's been here.
Absolutely.
And I think one thing that when I got out of the hospital, my wife was beginning to explain things that had been going on. Because, like, I didn't know nothing about George Floyd had been killed. I didn't know any of that stuff. So one thing that got me, a friend of mine from Albany called to check on me. And when he was talking to me, he was like, man, you stay up there where you are. Be careful. He said, don't come to Albany. And I'm like, I'm not
What's
going
going
home
on?
no time soon anyway. But what's going on in Albany? He said, man, COVID down here is terrible. He said they shutting down parts of the hospital just for this, just to have a ward for nothing but COVID people. And then I saw on the news up here where they were talking about Albany. Well, he told me that it was two guys that we used to shoot ball with. Their mother died. Well, they had a outdoor funeral because churches were closed, if you remember. So they had a graveside funeral, right? Packed. That next week, 2 more people died. That was
That was
at
at the
that
funeral.
Wow.
You know,
There was a lot of
that's
that.
how serious
Yeah.
that got.
Yeah, there was a lot of
They
that.
went to the funeral to pay respect and
God
hugging
told.
people and congratulating people, and then they died the next week.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's how it was happening too.
Yes.
That's how it was happening.
So when you hear stuff like that, you got to say, okay, which side you take?
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This
Right.
thing ain't asking no questions, ain't knocking on no doors. It's just it's getting you and it's taking over.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if y'all noticed, although I've gotten not as
I ain't gonna even
not as
comment.
strict with mine, but he has his mask right
Oh, yeah.
here. He still wears his mask
Everywhere.
all the time.
As soon as he got the car, I saw him put it on.
I don't play, bro.
And during the height, when things were a lot worse
2 and 3.
with COVID, he used to wear
Is that right?
sometimes
2 and 3.
3, but most of the time 2. And I used to double mask during that time too. But it was a long time before either one of us. Well, he rarely takes his off, but it was a long time before I stopped wearing mine.
Gotcha.
And I still have people who ask me, and,
Yeah.
and a lot of times, you know, how I was in college. I'm still that guy sometimes, and I look at them like, you know, I used to look at them and like, what you asking me that for?
Right.
And I say some more words like that, but now, you know, I just look at them and I tell them, you don't know my story. So you know,
That's right.
you take care of yours. Don't ask me why I'm wearing
That's
it.
right.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I had to go to a doctor 2 weeks ago. No, my doctor wanted me to do a follow up on because I have to still get my labs done and stuff. And I'm sitting in the doctor's office with my mask on. I had it on from the time I got out my car, like you said. When the doctor, this young doctor that I've never had before, he comes in. This is who I'm gonna be seeing, and he sat down and he wanted to shake my hand, but I dapped him instead of shaking his hand because I heard your voice just come out of the room next door, and you
Nah, ain't
ain't
no
wash
stop.
your hand. You ain't wash
Yeah.
your hand. You ain't go to
Yeah.
the sink.
Just with that
or
sanitizer
nothing,
doing it, that's not
You-
enough.
Hey, he came straight in with his pad, sat down. Hey, Mr. Green, I dapped him up. When he sat down, the first thing he asked me is, are you wearing your mask because of health reasons, or you just want to wear it, or are you sick?
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at him at first, and I'm like, "You a doctor?
Right.
It's a doctor's office. You probably got people in here now who got COVID
Right.
or sick or something,
Right.
and you want me to just take mine off? And I'm just meeting you."
Right.
And I told him, I said, "No, due to my health reason, I'm sure you see it because you have my chart." I said, "I wear my mask," and he said, "Smart." That's what he told me.
Is that
Smart.
right?
He should have his on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, "Man,
Yeah.
what are you asking me that for? And you a doctor?"
Yeah. But people been wearing masks. They just it wasn't, of course, not like the amount of people during COVID, but I would just randomly see, you know, elderly people with
Allergies.
masks on and stuff. And so I'm just like, I don't even question it if
Yeah,
I see
allergies.
somebody. I
Some
had
people-
mine
Yeah.
on earlier.
Oh yeah,
A lot of people are allergies,
during
yeah.
pollen season. I've been wearing a mask during pollen season
Yeah,
for years.
You have to because
Because
otherwise you in the hospital
Hey,
for that.
they feel like you're gonna die out there, can't breathe, nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
So real quick, Frank says herd immunity takes time. You can risk it and wait on your body being able to defend itself naturally. But you can also die while you're waiting.
Amen.
What's up, B? What's up, Kiki? Checked in. Supreme says why we have vaccines. Some will not adapt. Viruses have nearly taken out mankind several times. Who wants to take the chance?
Exactly.
Fauci shouldn't have a period. He has immunity. They can't do anything to him. He should have told him to kiss his. You know what? Frank says he's immunocompromised, so he took it then and still takes it now. JT, anytime you go on your beliefs, you'll be considered selfish. Very true. It's a Sandman. There's people that still believe the earth is flat. Those people usually smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah.
Frank.
I'm reading it. No, I told Trina, look what that boy wrote.
I tell you, Frank get a nap before the show. He's dangerous, man.
Boy, he's on a roll.
Frank says for his breath. Oh, boy, Frank's so stupid. Question, does the mask protect you or prevent you from spreading? I think combination of both, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
That's why I say protect yourself and others.
Yeah.
Yes.
When COVID first hit, folks were doing the kid and play kick in place of the dap handshake. You ain't lying.
Yeah.
They'll never wash their hands, never shake their hands in airports, games, etc. That's the first time someone told cheeseburgers. Frank, you got that mean you got napping cheese. Hey man, listen, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna take a quick break, man. That's a great hot topic. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna kind of get into the subject at hand for the night, and then we're gonna have another topic towards the end before the top 5. So give us 2 minutes, 2 seconds. We'll be right back. Classic Conversation with JT and Lo.
And to say.
We'll be right back. Listen, man, I've had iPhone 11 for a long time since iPhone 11 came out.
What?
Yeah, iPhone 11, and I wore it with pride because I was like, I'm not getting a new phone every time one of these things come out.
That's fair.
You know, the whole family got better phones than me, and it's okay. So I'm at Sam's, right, and I'm unloading my cart, and my mom calls me. I put it on the speaker until I get my Bluetooth. You look in the parking lot, it was dry to the left. It was dry to the right. It was dry everywhere you could see. My phone's on the back of the trunk. It fell down in the only freaking puddle in the entire area. And that phone went face first. That joke ain't been back on since, man. It went zoop.
So Lo, I'm gonna just go and tell you something. That iPhone 11 decided it wanted to die. It jumped. It jumped ship.
Now, that is funny.
That iPhone 11 was like this. He can't keep pushing me like this.
Find a studio that matches your podcast vision? Located inside Uptown Comedy Corner, our studio just 5 minutes from Atlanta's airport has everything you need. From high-quality equipment to multi-camera setups for live streaming, we've got it all. With 15 plus years of experience, our team ensures smooth sessions with editing and post-production services at an additional cost. Plus, our competitive pricing make it easy for creators of all levels. Contact us at 404-500-1605.
New phone. Listen, man, I've had iPhone 11 for a long time since iPhone 11 came out.
What?
Yeah, iPhone 11, and I wore it with pride because I was like, I'm not getting a new phone every time one of these things come out.
That's fair.
You know, the whole family got better phones than me, and it's okay. So I'm at Sam's, right? And I'm unloading my cart, and my mom calls me. I put it on the speaker until I get my Bluetooth. You look in the parking lot, it was dry to the left, it was dry to the right, it was dry everywhere you could see. My phone's on the back of the trunk. It fell down in the only freaking puddle in the entire area. And that phone went face first. That joke ain't been back on since, man. It went zoop.
So Lo, I'm gonna just go and tell you something. That iPhone 11 decided it wanted to die. It jumped. It jumped ship.
Now, that is funny.
That iPhone 11 was like this. He can't keep pushing me like this.
We're back, man. Classic Konversation with JT and Lo. Over there with Dwayne. We're back, man. We're back again. If you're watching us, please like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend, tag a friend. Make sure you hit some of those heart buttons on the right hand side. Send it for the emoticons, whatever they call them. You know, all those things help our. I was gonna see if you're gonna be up. Just say I gonna see you gonna be up with me. Let's see here. You wanna say that in the comments first?
Ready to find a studio that matches your podcast vision? Located inside Uptown Comedy Corner, our studio just 5 minutes from Atlanta's airport has everything you need. From high-quality equipment to multi-camera setups for live streaming, we've got it all. With 15 plus years of experience, our team ensures smooth sessions with editing and post-production services at an additional cost. Plus, our competitive pricing make it easy for creators of all levels. Contact us at 404-500-1605.
That's awesome.
From New Jersey.
Okay.
That's what she probably
Okay. Well, congratulations. Congratulations.
Boot camp. Out of all places, boot camp.
Wow.
And they said they didn't like each other in boot camp.
Yeah, it's hard to like people in boot camp anyway. Well, congratulations to y'all. Absolutely. That's beautiful. So with that being said, we said in the beginning, you know, this lovely couple came up here. Particularly Ant came in and shared his story. Literally a life and death story. You know what I mean?
Miracle.
And then miracle, and then how your queen here, you know, gave you the strength and her own stubbornness to say what's gonna happen.
Right.
And that's a beautiful story, man. Y'all should definitely have your memoirs because y'all have a story to tell.
Yep. I've been asked to do a movie. They said you got something to really say.
You got a story to tell for sure.
Yes.
But you should definitely do the memoirs, man. But
Testimony.
So, just want to kind of dive in. If you want to recap slightly about, you know, your son, what you all had to go through, what he went through, and then what you are doing in his memory. Y'all take the floor.
You want me to start off? Okay. We're here tonight to like my brother, my roommate Lo said, we're here to shed light on our son Kamal Green, who was a active military. He was in the Navy, and he went on deployment. He left us a healthy Kamal Green, and he went to Africa. And after being there for a certain period of time, he used to call us and told us about complications he was starting to have over there. And of course, I don't know if many people know when your loved one is off serving with the military, you only get letters, and nowadays you can get a certain phone call in certain situations. Because like our oldest son, who's in the Navy, he's a chief. We don't get phone calls from him because of his job and his
During
security.
deployment. Yeah.
Right. During his deployment, we don't hear anything. We don't know where he is or anything. But to get that, and you want to help your child, you love your child. So when something wrong, some people just say I'm willing to die for my child, but they don't know what they're gonna do in that situation till it hits. But to hear him say he was having complications breathing and trying to do his job, it made us wonder. But we over here thinking, oh, you just probably got, like we say, some sinuses or something going on. And we didn't find out till he got back over here how serious it was. And when you raise up a child, you raise them with the intent that we want to be able to watch them grow, become the man that they are, that he did, become, and watch them go on with their life. But then when that life or that plan that you got or that vision that you got hit a roadblock, it hits you hard. So we learned that our son had a medical condition and he had to have some tests ran and all of this, and we still trying to just think of normal things that it could be. And that's when we started getting, word of some other complications that were going on.
Well, not that my husband was not paying attention, because he definitely was, but I think it's something about a mother's intuition. And during the time that Kamal was deployed, I was always, some people may consider it nagging, because I think at the time that's kind of how he felt, because I just, I just didn't like, seeing that something's not right with my son and not really knowing exactly what it is. But the type of person that he was, it was always, I'm okay, don't worry about me. But as Anthony was saying, once he came back home, he still wasn't well, and actually he was getting worse and was going to see different specialists, and nobody
Losing weight.
really didn't know what was going on with him. It got to the point that every time he went to the doctor, and he saw multiple doctors, and actually ended up having to go in inpatient a couple of times, but nobody really knew what was going on. And I was like, what do you mean you don't know? Then ultimately, we were told, okay, well, he needs to have open heart surgery. Like, what? So we go for the open heart surgery. And then when he was 2 days out from his surgery, when he was still in ICU, that's when they came and told us that he was stage 4 cancer.
The pathology report, they said the pathology report revealed that.
Yeah, so at that point, of course, we were all in shock, because Kamal had been very healthy. Kamal was the type of individual that he always believed in health and wellness, eating healthy, exercise, lifting weights. He would go run all the time. It was nothing for it to be raining outside, and he would go, and he still got his run in, because he's not going to let the rain stop him. That's just something that was part of his regimen. And so he continued to do that because he just believed in, being physically fit. So then to, have that type of news and knowing that even when it came to eating, I mean, he would get on to us all the time about the food we ate. If I would go to McDonald's, Mom, you don't need to go to McDonald's. I'm like, come on, I'm going to eat this McDonald's now. But, he would eat organic this and organic that. And he was just very, very health conscious. Had certification in nutrition, and he was a certified
Physical
nutritionist
trainer.
and trainer, certified trainer. Sorry, and he also worked as a physical therapy technician in the Navy and was going to school to become a physical therapist. Everybody loved working with him. He was always about trying to help people to make themselves better, healthier, all about wellness and health. And so after his diagnosis, once he was well enough to be able to come back home, we got him flown home back to Georgia because he was actually in Washington State. And once he got back home, he fought really hard.
For a year.
Yeah. So 1 year and 1 month after diagnosis, he transitioned. And what we decided to do is to start a foundation in his memory and his honor. And with the foundation, it's called Kamal Green Foundation Kindness in Action. And we came up with that name because one thing about Kamal, he was a very giving person. He was a very kind person. He always put everybody else's well-being ahead of his own. And I know it's a cliche. He would give someone the shirt off his back, if they needed it. And even if they didn't, if he thought they needed it, he would do it. But that's just the kind of person that Kamal was. So he had a very big smile. He liked to laugh, make people happy. And if he saw that someone didn't seem to be happy or may have been having a bad day, he would, come over and talk to them. He didn't even have to know the person. He'd walk in the room and didn't meet a stranger. That's just the type of person that he was. And, it didn't just start once he became an adult. Even as a very young child, he always had a caring and nurturing and giving spirit. There were so many days I would come home from work and I'd just be exhausted. And he would see me sitting there and he would just come and just start massaging my feet. He would do things like that. And even once he came back home and he was sick and there was so many days that I know that, he was in pain, he was hurting, but you ask him and he would say, I'm okay, but I know he wasn't.
Right.
He would come in, I would be working, I was working from home, so he would come in and sometimes I get engulfed in, doing my work and I forget to eat. And I look around, he comes in and he's bringing me food. Okay, we need to be catering to you. But again, that's just the type of person that Kamal was. So that's why the kindness is part of the name of the foundation, because that really exudes the type of person that Kamal was, and it's a very good descriptive for Kamal. And the action part, because there were so many times that Kamal would do things for people and he didn't do it for accolades or
just
for
to be
people to
able
know.
brag and say, I
or
did it.
brag. Yeah. A lot of times he did things for people and people knew nothing about it. We heard so many stories after he transitioned about things that he did, and we were just in awe. I knew about some things that he had done, but hearing some of the other things, I mean, it made me even more proud of him than I always was when he was here physically with us on Earth. I'll try not to be, long drawn with this, but I'll tell a quick story about during the time he was in high school.
Okay.
he worked at TJ Maxx. Actually, all three of our kids
The
worked
three
at
brothers worked there.
worked
yeah.
at TJ
right?
Maxx, yeah, and each one had their own personality there and a different type of employee.
Different type of employee.
But they love Kamal.
Oh yes.
They love Kamal. I tell you, when he got ready to leave, when he got ready to go to the Navy, they threw him a going away party like he was a grown
the CEO or something.
yeah,
Really?
someone that had been with the big company for
Wow.
many years. I
Right.
mean, I was surprised, but that just again showed the type of admiration that people had for Kamal. But
Terry, the difference between them and the way.
oh
they
yeah.
work there,
Oh, I was getting ready to tell about the story about what he did with the customer. That was now Kamal loved Yu-Gi-Oh and Pikachu and all those.
Yeah, I can't pronounce all of them.
And
Pokemon stuff.
yeah, Pokemon. That's
Okay.
what it was. And now our sons are probably at home watching and saying, "Oh my goodness, they just butchered that." But anyway,
Right.
but Pokemon, and he had a huge collection of Pokemon cards and
Valuable ones.
yes, a lot of valuable Pokemon cards. Every game that had come out, he had it. He had the game systems and everything. But one day, as he was working at TJ Maxx and he was on the register, and there was a lady that came in with her son, and he had a character on his shirt. And Kamal, being Kamal, he started a conversation with the little boy and was talking to him. And so during that conversation, he learned that the little boy liked Pokemon. And so Kamal asked the mom if she was going to be back in there the following week. And she said, well, I may come back in here. And he said, well, when you come back, look for me. Well, what Kamal did, he had taken all his cards that he had collected, all the games, and one of his game systems, and he gave it to that little boy.
Wow.
Now, me, I'm like, you did what?
Right. Right.
Because I'm thinking about, the value of all of that. But for him, he
Wow.
was doing something nice for this little boy. And,
Wow.
that again is the type of person he wasn't, this is during the time he was in high school. But Kindness in Action is part of the name of the foundation because of him doing things that are kind without someone really
Having to ask for it.
having to ask for it, and he does it willingly. And also for health, the action from physical fitness, exercise, wellness, health, all of that. So it's twofold. So what we're doing with the foundation, each year we are holding a 1 mile run walk. And during this 1 mile run walk, it's an opportunity for us to honor him, honor his memory. And also it serves as a fundraiser also, because what we do, we take donations from different individuals, and we utilize those donations to provide physical therapy and rehabilitation sciences scholarships to students. Funds also go towards health and wellness activities. And so we are doing that this Saturday, August 8th, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Johns Creek, Northview High School in Johns Creek, Georgia. And this will be the third annual event that we will be holding in Kamal's honor and in his memory. I'm trying to talk about all of this, but it's still really, really hard, still really difficult. But yes, this will be the third annual event.
And to add to what she was saying, as parents, we all love our children, have high expectations, and we talk about them. I think the thing that really touched us as a family, and his grandparents and all this, they honored him up in Washington where he was stationed, because we had his service here and laid him to rest here. Well, they flew us up there because they said we want to honor him up here. And so we went up there because, we going to see our other son who's still living there, because we were worried about him, because him and Kamal were like glue. You couldn't pull them apart. And they both were stationed there together. And of course, our oldest son, he always tell us, I'm okay, I'm good. But we as parents were worried about him because we knew how close they were. Well, we went up there, and when we got there, I think the thing that helped us smile a little bit so much more, we met so many people that we have never heard of, that we didn't know, that took off from their jobs and they came because the base had the flag half drawn. They had Kamal's name lit up, had his picture there. They would let them know that this was Kamal's day. And we heard testimony after testimony of different things he did to help people there. We had people come out and was like, hey, my name is, they give us names, and they were like, you never met me, you never heard of me, but he did work on me when I was injured. And they was like, the way that gentleman treated me, he said that I was in pain, he talked me through it. He, just to hear the things that he did, made us look at it like, wow, so that's what led to us saying, because he had told us his dream when he got out the military, when he retired, he wanted to open up his own place of business to help others and to get them back. So that's why we started this up also, to help keep his dream alive, where he wanted to help people. And I think one thing, and we thank you for getting this word out, letting us talk on your podcast for this, is because we get the flyers out, we talk to people, we have family members all over Georgia, Florida, Washington, everywhere getting the word out. We get the responses on social media, but here we offering scholarships, and my wife put it out, and you'll be amazed how all the students that's in school, so many of them didn't even put forth letter, and we telling them we giving out scholarships. And a lot of them, some of them, because my wife is working with Georgia State, who also is trying to get students and have students to get this money. Y'all need help with school, and a lot of them, it's like it fall on dead ears. They don't hear it. So that's what we're trying to do: spread the word to let them know that this is going to be an ongoing. This is not just we stopping after this. We keeping this going, and we trying to escalate it and get it more, because we're in the talks of trying to increase the distance next year. We're gonna have 2. So we just want to make sure we get the word out that this is not just for our son. It is for us to make sure his dream is there, because he wanted to help others.
Right. So we're really trying to bless other students to accomplish where our son didn't get the opportunity to accomplish, because that was a dream of his, to be a physical therapist. And since he didn't get the opportunity to fulfill his dream, we want to be able to help others accomplish that. So that's why this mission is so important to us. But it's difficult, it's challenging, because it's interesting, like Anthony was mentioning about social media, we really not just utilizing social media, but we've gone out on the weekend, we print out flyers, and we go out and we talk to people. And put boots on the ground.
You called it something else.
Yeah, I said we put boots on the ground, but instead of the boots, we had on Crocs. So we put Crocs on the ground.
Crocs on the ground.
And we went out, and we were just really trying to expand awareness about the Kamal Green Foundation, spread awareness about Kamal and his legacy, and what we're trying to do with the foundation, and how we're trying to help other people through Kamal. And it's just amazing. Some people will listen, but then there are some people who it's like they're not even interested.
They think you finna beg them for money. We were literally, some people, and I hate to say it, it was more of us that as soon as they saw us with paper in hand, here we got our son's picture on it. They didn't even allow us the time to let us hear what we about to say. One guy told me, first thing, I ain't got no money. and I'm not finna give y'all no money. And I looked at him like, wow, you know, the old me would have said something, but the Kamal in me said,
Yeah.
just let him walk. Just let him walk, you know.
Yeah.
And that part bothers me because of that, you know.
Yeah, and there's so much support for a lot of other foundations or campaigns that people may have that already have a lot of support.
Yo, Sarah, excuse me, baby. Yo, Sarah is up in Washington. Our daughter-in-law, Alexis Green now. She's a Zeta. And she watching.
What's up, Alexis?
She her and her Saras issued a scholarship in honor
Awesome.
of Kamal up there
Awesome.
in Washington. So
Nice.
we're proud of her for
It's
that.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he's a brother. And she always told us. I remember when he was going through his illness, and she was in there, and the doctor walked in and said, "Only family can be here." And we was like, "Yeah, we are here." And she said, "I'm his sister."
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
yeah.
But it's just really sad that it's been difficult trying to get the support,
Right.
even with the media, because there have been a lot of times when we've reached out to the media trying to be able to go and spread awareness and talk about Kamal. And I mean, I don't want to minimize the importance or value of any other campaigns that people have going on,
Sure.
but a lot of them already have a lot of support. And we feel that our son's life and the mission of this foundation is just as important as those others. But so many people, they see it, say, for example, on a social media post, they see it, they might like it and just scroll through it. But when it comes to someone else, if they post something,
Jump all over it.
people jump all over it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's sad.
It's a real
Yeah.
thing.
That's
And
really sad.
What type of support do you guys need to be successful?
We need
More participation.
more participation, and that is with our community activities, as well as donations, because it's through the donations that we're able to support
Continue to
ongoing,
keep it going.
right,
and to give out
ongoing
the
activities and scholarships. Actually, this year, the plan was to award 3 scholarships at our Run Walk event that we're having this Saturday, but we're only going to be awarding 2. And that's because of the lack of, interest, people not wanting to take the time to complete the application process. And really, with this scholarship opportunity, it wasn't difficult.
And it's not a long
It wasn't
process.
difficult, especially when you look and compare to other scholarship applications that people have to submit, and the amount of information they have to provide. It really was not a difficult one, but I'm very excited. We're excited that we will be awarding scholarships to the
All
2
right.
students this year, but we want to do more. And we want this foundation to continue to grow and be able to support even more scholarships. So that's mainly what we're wanting to do, and so that's the type of support that we need.
And if I may say something, I wanted to make sure, like, we're having the event at the high school where they graduated from, but for people that is not able to make it here, we also have people like going to be in Virginia, some people in Washington. They do it virtually.
Right.
What it means is you go ahead and make your donation, but some of them take pictures where they with their family. They walk a mile where they are.
Oh, wow.
And they send us the pictures to put in
For our videos,
for
yeah.
our videos to add to
Nice.
it, letting them know that they honored Kamal too, but they had to
Nice.
do it in Washington or Virginia,
Nice.
wherever they were stationed. A lot of his military, but it's they do it, and they send us the pictures or the videos of them doing it. So we want to let everybody know, if you can't make it here, to Johns Creek to participate
In
wherever
person.
you are.
Yeah.
You can walk a mile. You know,
And it doesn't have to just be a mile. And we know that everybody's abilities are different. I mean, what we may have been able to do 5 years ago, we can't do now. That's just the reality.
Sure.
So, you know, everybody may not be able to run a mile. They may not be able to walk a full mile, but just coming out and being supportive, being active in some capacity, that's showing support. So it doesn't even have to be 1 mile. I do want to say that. I know Anthony was alluding to that we were thinking about in the future expanding beyond 1 mile. Well, actually, there are a lot of people who participate that do more than a mile.
right.
So we don't stop anybody from doing whatever they're able to do. But I think that we will move forward with adding 2K and 5K, but have it broken out into lanes. And so people do whatever they're able to do. And it's all about, you know, the support. And I do also want to mention that if anybody wants to support the Kamal Green Foundation and our mission, they can go to raceroster.com, and that is RACEROSTER.
Dwayne, you getting that? Start over for me.
Okay. They can go to Race Roster, RACEROSTER.com, and enter Kamal Green Foundation in the search.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, okay.
That's his girlfriend that just typed at the
Oh.
bottom.
Okay, can we read that?
Absolutely.
That's
You go ahead and finish, and I'll read it after that.
okay. And once they type Kamal Green Foundation in the search, then they'll be able to register to participate, whether they participate in person on August 8th at Northview High School in Johns Creek, Georgia, or if they want to participate virtually, they can register to do both on that site. Also on the site on raceroster.com, they can find out a little bit more about Kamal and about the mission of the foundation, and also see a few pictures that have been uploaded from the previous 2 Run Walk events that we've had. 2024 was the first one, 2025 last year was the second, so this will be the 3rd annual event. So we will be posting additional pictures after this event, but again, anyone who participates virtually, and we have had some people who participated various areas of the United States. Kamal touched a lot of people. So from his duty stations in different locations, there have been people who have continued to be supportive and participate virtually and send the videos or either the pictures to us. So some of those are actually on the Race Roster site as well. So we ask that you all continue to support us, and please run, walk in memory of Kamal, and also donate so that we can continue this mission, because we don't want it to be something that ends. We want this to be ongoing, and we want it to be something that continues to grow.
Absolutely.
And if I may say one other thing to this, we want to thank everyone that has helped us with this
Absolutely.
in sponsorship and everything. There's so many that we would like to thank, but we don't have time. But I do want to call out Jasmine. That's his girlfriend, who he was gonna marry. He had told me before he got sick that he had just got his duty. His new station was gonna be in, was it Maryland?
Maryland.
And he told me, he said, Dad, when I get there, I'm gonna ask her to marry me. And then he got sick. So we wanna thank Jasmine for the work that she puts in, because she puts in with this every year to help get it going, and she comes down. And
She lives in
also-
Virginia.
Yes. Also, we want to thank Kim and Bryant Isaacs. They are sponsors with our walk run at the school. They actually own the Vault Gun Range and Gun Store up in Cobb County. They sponsor their
I
daughter.
just heard about that.
Yeah,
place too.
their daughter Shannon is also a big contributor to getting this together every year and all of that. But Kim and Bryant, they take out for their business, and they told us, don't worry about it. We sponsoring this. They get everything that we need to get this off the ground every year.
Yes, they've
But
sponsored us
if
since inception.
if y'all interested in gun range and buying a gun or whatever, they teach lessons and all. They there right there off of
It's a black owned place, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just heard some
Well,
advertising about that
yeah,
the other day.
they are married.
Yeah.
The Kim is a white
Okay.
lady, and Bryant is a black man.
Good deal.
And they are beautiful people.
Good deal.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome. So I'll read a couple of comments real quick. I'll go back to when I first started seeing them. Trina's the real deal. Hey, not those movies, cheese. Love you both dearly. Mr. Sandman says, such a promising young man. He was on a path to greatness.
Thank you. Thank
JT
you.
gave an applause. Jose's fan club is back. Mr. Sandman, you raised a great son. Thanks for your contribution to society. JT says, salute to you both. Interior's Green. Kamal is a great man. His legacy lives on.
Yes.
Well, thanks for raising a great son, and 2 for speaking on it and pushing the message. Interior says, thank you for allowing my parents to speak on your platform. It's our pleasure. The reach is also expanded to Washington. JT said, we're not worried about them people who will spread this and push it and make it a success. He would participate, but guess you gotta get your mile over there in where you at again? St. Martin.
Islands.
Yeah, you got the beach to run on, right?
Yeah.
Frank asks, is there an American Legion near you guys?
There's one in Duluth.
Duluth.
It's up in Duluth.
JT was struggling trying to say something about the conversation. But he says, we're as a community only looking to reward a show of interest in something that is led by people that are considered entertainers. Yeah, it's unfortunate. And then Jasmine. Jasmine says, Kamal taught me how to walk again after a horrible car accident. Please join the 1 mile walk run to celebrate the life and lasting impact of Kamal Green through a community walk dedication. Interior says, basically love the Jasmine.
If
All
I
right, JT, we appreciate you, brother.
Hello, if
Go
I
ahead.
could add to what Jasmine said,
Talk to me.
she didn't get to put it in, but Kamal was sick with cancer when she had the wreck. He helped her walk, taught her how to walk over the phone and the video, FaceTiming.
Is that right?
She told me about this about 3-4 weeks ago. And she told me, I said, really? I said, how did he do that when, he was here, you were there? And she said, I wasn't able to get up because she was fearful of falling. And she told me about something he told her to get a chair.
Different techniques.
And he told her, get in the hallway. You turn your back to where you got the wall, but you're going to use the chair as a way to help you get up by pushing again. He had her doing that. And she said, Mr. Green, I was in pain. And he said each time he would sit there and say, Jazz, you can't let this beat you. You got to go. And he was telling her that from his sick bed.
Wow.
Right there walking. And she told me she found herself with the chair every morning, going, flopping down on the floor, using the chair and everything to get up. And I was like, wow, I didn't know he did that.
Yeah.
She said, yeah, that's part of what he was doing at his job, but yet he was helping her because he couldn't be there with her.
Wow.
So that's Kamal. He don't want to hear you saying you can't do it. He gonna do it.
And actually, a lot of people thought he was already a doctor. They already thought he was a physical therapist.
So
yeah, because and I saw where a couple of people had, when they were posting after they learned of his passing, and that's how they referred to him. And I was like, oh, they thought he was already, but he was just that knowledgeable, and he actually would do things with us even before he got sick and after his illness, to try to help us with different issues that we were having, and especially his dad
Especially me,
after his
yeah.
transplant, because it was like he was just starting to really recover from his transplant when Kamal got sick. So we were still dealing with a lot with him, and then here's Kamal being sick. So it was a lot, but like I said, Kamal did not complain. He would always say, "I'm okay." That's why a lot of times now I have to correct myself, because I find myself at times, I might complain about something hurting me, or feeling like maybe I can't do something, or telling myself I can't. But I think back and I was like, how dare I say that, or how dare I not, or how dare I complain when Kamal went through what he did and he didn't complain. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Like I said, you all have a testimony for
do.
sure.
Yeah.
We do.
Awesome. Yeah.
And I
Y'all
see
went
that
through
you-
something back to back
Back to
as
back.
well. So
Right.
how are you?
Yes.
I'm to be honest, I'm blessed. I have some people who, when we lost Kamal, I had some people who actually used to ask me. They were like, "Man, I know this tough on you," and they would say stuff like, "Man, I know you got to be mad with God," And I had to tell them, I'll never get mad with God. I don't play those kind of games. I don't care whether you're a believer or you're not. I am. So I'm not gonna blame him, because I've witnessed so many people die, but yet I've also seen some good in their death. I said, now, true enough, a miracle was performed for me to be here, but at the same time, a pastor taught me, and he told me one day, he said, no parent want to bury their child. He said, but can I tell you something? He said, you got to come to grips first that he was never yours to begin with. He was God's. We see so many of us walk around and say, well, we're all children of God, but you don't literally understand what that really is saying. He is your father, So he was like, even though he let us have Kamal for 26 years, he was always his. So he knew there's going to be a time when I take him back. So I have to look at the good things that Kamal did, the conversations we had, the laughs, the smiles, the cries that we had. All of that meant something to our life. So he impacted us in so many. But I tell him all the time, I said, we went through a lot, but Kamal helped me get through it. And here he was sick. He used to tell me, Dad, me and you both we got a lot to do. We're going to get ourselves back right. We're going to hit the gym, because he know how crazy I used to be about the gym. That was Kamal all the way. And even when he was sick, I would say, like Trina said, we would try to tell him, no, you don't do that. You go sit down. You go get you some rest. Because we could hear him fighting to breathe, But at the same time, he told me one day, he said, Dad, you always raised us to be a man. Let me be a man. He just wanted to do things on his own. So we had to find ourselves pulling ourselves back to allow him to do what he felt like he needed to do. Yeah. Even though I'm not gonna lie, I still was peeping around the corner just in case you needed something. Yeah. Right. But he said, "Hey, I got it." Like he would like I tell, "Come on, have you taken your car to get the tires rotated? I'm gonna do it. Let me do that. I want to do that myself." So I had to back off, because I was like, "No, I'll take it. I'll get it done." That's just it. So I thank God for it. I thank him for the time that he allowed us to have him in our life. And like we said, we do
wish
this.
It was longer.
Yeah, we wish, but we do this now in honor of him. And Lo, me and you talked about this a lot. We in a fraternity that we don't want anyone to be a part of. Right. But and my hat's off to Lo, because we all were just becoming men when he lost his son, and that I mean, we were looking at him like, wow, because we were so young, and we were like, there's no way of that. So, I had him to lean on when this first happened to me, because at first, you see it but then you don't see it.
Yeah.
Because I would find myself waking up, going to that room because I'm used to him being in there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking at my phone because I'm still reading old texts, and I got them. We got texts that I got. The last text he sent me stays on my phone, and I read it from time to time because I know that was the last time when he walked by the room and saw me and was like, "What are you doing up?" That was Kamal. You know, just like you remember at the funeral, I was telling people he didn't know nothing about the Waltons. Never seen the show, don't know nothing about John Boy or none of that. But when he was a little kid, he went to everybody's room to say goodnight. And he wasn't going to leave that door until you told him good night and you love him.
Yeah.
That was him every night
Yeah.
when he was a little boy
Yeah.
walking around.
Wow.
So that's the love Kamal had.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow.
Love really exemplifies.
I definitely agree with you that you know, God put that on my heart when my kids were very little, that they're just there for us for a season.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, you know, everyone in our lives, and that, you know, when we don't know when that season is gonna end, but we all belong to Him, you know, and we all do have to return back to Him. So, I've lost a child through I've just had miscarriage, and so maybe not as deep as you guys have actually had those years and those bonds, but you know, I definitely do can understand, you know, that love that you have and that foundation. But like you said, just knowing how life kind of works, right? That we all gotta get up out of here at some time, that you might be able to deal with it a little bit deeper. You say you've had a lot of people pass, you know, so
Right.
I have too, but so I totally get it. How are you doing, Mom?
It's still difficult.
Yes.
I have my faith, but at the same time, that was my baby. And like I was saying, I mean, when Anthony was talking about, you know, we're thankful for the 26 years that he was here on earth with us physically. Of course, wish it was longer. But God was ready for him to come, but I still miss him.
I used to still feel my mom around for years. She would be in one particular room. And I knew at first, I thought it was just me, but then I said, I could just literally feel those energies. But I'm a person that I do believe that we live on. And so,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so there, a lot of times, a lot of people will say, I understand. But really, the way I look at it, unless you have really lost a child, you don't truly understand. Of course, losing any loved one, it hurts.
Yeah.
But losing a child is a different kind of hurt.
It's a different game, different ball.
It's a different kind of hurt.
Yeah.
So I try not to even really comment when people say, I understand how you feel. Because, you know, I really want to tell them how no, you don't. You really don't. But yeah. And really, I mean, you spoke about, you know, having miscarriages. We experienced that too.
Yeah.
Before we had our oldest son. And so, I mean, I understand that loss too, because that was devastating.
Yeah.
So when we did finally have our oldest son, and then had Kamal,
And then AJ.
Right.
Right.
I looked at all three of them as my miracle babies because I lost three. We lost three.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I say three, but it was two different miscarriages, but I was pregnant with twins one time.
Wow.
And I always wanted twins. I'm a twin, and I always wanted twins.
Yes.
So
and her dad's a twin.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
So my babies, and I still refer to them, although they're grown.
Sure.
I refer to all of them still as my babies, and
They are.
yeah. So it's been. I would be lying if I said it's not still difficult for me.
Yeah.
I still take it day by day. Sometimes hour by hour, minute by minute. It just depends. Some days I'm okay, and some I'm not.
And then I can tell when, well, we each have our moments, you know.
Yeah.
You can tell when somebody, but I can really tell when it's hitting her. I don't have to see the eyes, but I can just, the facial expression, you can feel it. But, you know, with her, him and her used to talk, and they used to go to lunch breaks together, and the music. He was like us, Lo. He loved his music. I mean, when I tell you, he introduced not just me and Trina, he introduced his brothers, his sisters. He has Brittany and April. He introduced them all to music, to artists. He'd be like, you gotta listen to this guy. Like my first time hearing Bruno Mars came from Come On. Didn't know
Neo.
nothing. Neo. What's the other guy name that jumped off the stage and hit the fan?
I can't think of his name right now.
Miguel.
Miguel.
Oh my
yeah.
God. He taught us all of their music. And now, like when she and I was just out there on his anniversary of his death at the cemetery,
July 30th.
we'll let some of his, I got a playlist on my
Yeah.
phone with just Kamal,
Yeah.
and it's remembering Kamal. And it's all his songs. And we just let him play. And me and Trina, we danced a little bit out there because we know what he would do. Because when he had the surgery and we first found out about him having cancer, it was on our anniversary.
Wow.
And we were up there. But me and her was not thinking about our wedding anniversary.
Sure.
And he looked over and he said, Dad, it's y'all's anniversary. I'm going to be okay. I was like, we're not leaving you. This news we just got. And him and Jasmine was there. And he literally had already made reservations at this restaurant he wanted us to see.
Wow.
And he had told us, I got y'all reservations. I want y'all to go. And Jasmine was like, yeah, I'm here with him. So he was like, go. I want y'all to go. Get out of here. So Trina said, okay, we'll go because we haven't eaten anything. And, as soon as we were walking out the door, Trina said, well, we coming straight back here, baby, when we finish. And he said, okay, y'all go. And then he looked at me. He said, Dad, bring me a plate back.
That's
That was Kamal. He was like, just y'all take care of yourself, So we think of those moments like that keep us going,
It's what you have, the memories, they'll never go away. I mean, I'm approaching 27 years since that.
Yeah, see that?
And there's not a day that goes by that he doesn't come up and thought.
Yep.
It's still one of the very few days that I can still remember from the day I got up, woke up to the day I laid down in his bed. You know what I mean? It's 27 years.
Yeah, and you remember it like it just happened a few minutes ago.
It doesn't go away.
Yeah.
So, you just learn to cope. And Trina, you're right. That's, it's a word. I remember Robbie stood up in the middle of the church and said the same thing you just said. Don't tell me you know how I feel.
Right.
Because you can't. It's impossible. It's just a feeling it's the most unnatural thing on God's green earth. You're not supposed to bury your child.
Right.
It's just unnatural. It's just unnatural. And it's just, but I salute you both for what you're doing for his memory, to continue to keep him lifted, because that's all part of your healing process.
Yes.
It's all part of the healing process. And, I had another friend of mine just buried his daughter Saturday from cancer. And, we had a similar conversation, and I told him the same thing I told you. I said, man, there's no one can tell you how to grieve.
Nope.
No one can give you no time
how
frame.
long.
There's no such thing. Like I told you, 27 years, I still,
Right.
what I mean? So there's no time frame. There's nothing somebody can tell you.
Yeah.
It's a daily walk. You don't forget. You just learn to cope.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the thing that gives me most low, and it gets to me the most, is when I have some people, I think, and I'm not knocking them. Some people have good intentions,
They do.
but they don't
They do.
deliver it right, and it makes you.
They don't know how
right.
to.
It takes you somewhere.
Because you haven't been there,
Right,
so they
yeah.
don't know how to.
Because I had a friend of mine who came to offer his condolences, but his first words to me was, "Well, at least you got 4 more kids, you know." And I'm like, "Wait a minute,
Which one of your kids would you
Yeah.
sacrifice?
what are you saying here? You know, you telling me
Yeah.
just okay, let that one go because you got 4 more. You
Yeah.
know?
Right.
Wait a minute, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know, so and that kind of stuff leads you to where I want to tell him, don't you say nothing else to me because
Yeah.
you don't know what you saying. Let's
have
just
no
keep
idea.
Let's keep it football and sports.
They have
you know,
no idea.
let's don't go that conversation because that you
I
take.
think it's one of those things though, like when people love you, they feel like they need to offer you something. You know what I'm
And
saying?
typically,
But they
and
just
that's the
don't have
problem.
the right words.
And that's
so
why you don't
sometimes
say
it's like-
nothing.
Yeah, but then they don't want you to feel like
No.
I'm ignoring you in your pain. Does that make sense?
It does,
You know?
but you know what I tell people? It'll be best if you just say, "I'm praying for you," and leave it at that.
Yeah.
That lets me know
Yeah.
you love me enough that you're thinking about me and you're gonna send up a prayer. Are you praying for me?
That's right.
Or if you don't know what to say, just say, I don't know what to say, but I'm here for you.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Right.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
okay. And I
That's
would
okay.
much rather have that than for someone to say something and I don't think it's intentional. I don't
Yeah.
think they have ill will, but oftentimes instead of making things better,
It
when they
takes
say
you
the
somewhere.
wrong thing, it makes it
Trigger.
worse.
Yeah.
It makes it worse.
Yeah. I guess when I went through stages of grief with, I lost my brother and I lost my mom and my dad. It felt like it was so much isolation because people didn't know what to say. So they just didn't say anything. And I felt like, just being present and being there because our family kind of really fell apart when my mom passed away. So I don't know. I think that like them even just reaching out is saying, hey, I'm thinking about you, but like you said, it can be tricky to know what is the right thing, what is the wrong thing, but just
Right.
wanting people to know that you love, hey, I'm here, you in my thoughts, you
Right.
in my thoughts.
It's just
and my prayers.
this, and what this pain is just different from any other one. You know what I mean? We grow up with the expectation of burying our parents. You grow up
Right.
with the expectation of, brothers and uncles, and you know what I mean? You're not taught to grow up with the expectation of burying your child. It's just
Right.
not. That's why I say it's the most unnatural thing. So it's just. I think you can say certain things to certain people on all of the healing, not this one.
Right.
Yeah.
This is the one that's just different because this is the one that's unnatural. It's just not the natural order of life. So that's why it's such a sensitive thing. But again, I just salute you all. A couple people. Jasmine says she loves you all. Robbie.
Love you too.
Robbie Sykes says there are a plethora of platforms and resources that are available to help with funding and to increase awareness. Local schools, community outreach groups, local churches, Chamber of Commerce. Forging a partnership with all will strengthen your outreach awareness. I think Frank had said something about the American Legion. They can assist with a lot of stuff that you're doing as well. So some resources that that are out there that maybe could assist to get
thank
to
you.
continue the outreach. Kiki says, yeah, I know that's right, Kiki. There's no child you want, If you don't know what to say, don't say anything at all. Just be present.
Yeah.
Said that before you. Yeah, that's it. Just be present, and it's appreciated.
And you know what? If I may say something
Absolutely.
else, for a long time, I kind of isolated myself. Well, I'm generally an introvert and private person anyway, but I think, everybody grieves differently. Everybody's grief journey is different, and for me, I chose solitude.
Mm-hmm.
And some people don't understand that. But that's what I needed. Whereas Anthony has a completely different personality and demeanor than I do. He's a big extrovert. So, and you're not quiet. But, and really, it just depends with me on the circle that I'm in. But it's okay to, because a long time I used to feel like there was something wrong with being introverted because that's what people tried to make you think. But it's okay. Everybody's different, and it's okay to be introverted, just like it's okay to be extroverted. But when dealing with our grief journey has been different because of how we cope. And you know, to some people don't understand it, and for a long time I could not even talk about this.
Yeah.
It took a long time before I could, and it's still hard for me too. I get choked up. Sometimes, you know, I can't even talk without crying, and then other times I can talk and smile at the same time, and sometimes I'm talking and laughing and crying at the same time. I mean, it just varies, but it's just all a part of my grief journey, our grief journey. And now, every chance I get, I'm talking about Kamal.
That's all right.
And I think at times there may be some people who feel like, oh my goodness, here she goes again, or here he goes again. They're always talking about Kamal. I get tired of hearing about Kamal, but you are absolutely right. I am going to talk and uplift the memory of Kamal Green as long as I can. I don't care who gets tired of it.
Nothing wrong with that.
So
Because we feel like he had a voice, and because he's not here right now, we're not gonna say where his voice is gone. We trying to help keep his voice going.
And again,
and he was a good person, and he
And
did
his
so much
love.
good. Yes.
and again, that's part of your healing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, that's one thing that people are afraid to bring up your child, you know what I mean? As if they're scared, or it's like, no, man, my son was here. It's okay.
Yeah.
I love to talk about him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you know, so that's beautiful that you all do that. You know, it just opens up those windows.
This boy right here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. I don't know
Told you,
what I'm gonna do
he
with
got a
him.
good nap. And Robbie also said, make sure you look at grants that align with your mission.
Okay.
There's grants out there that align with your mission. I missed that comment. I think I read all the other ones. One of my friends lost a kid, and I had 0 words because I knew it was nothing I could say to make her feel better. I was just there every day sitting.
Great.
When she wanted to talk, cry, reminisce, laugh. That's all you can do.
That's all.
Whatever, I was just there. I'm sure you did amazing. Keep fighting, sis. Cheese, you was all right. That's your boy, Frank.
That boy there.
That's your boy, Frank. But yeah, continue to doing a good fight. We love it. There was a lot of people throwing in some stuff that, to look into. So hopefully you all get the opportunity to do that. Look at the grants and all the different programs and Chamber of Commerce. And Frank said he's going to get with y'all as far as the American Legion.
Yes. I
Thank you
appreciate
both for sharing Kamal's
You
story.
too,
Love you
Robert. Thank
guys.
you too.
Yeah, absolutely.
people sharing resources. This is new for us, so
Sure.
we're learning as we go.
Sure.
But it's just when sometimes as we're trying to go through this process, it just gets a little frustrating when we feel like we're not getting the support.
Understood.
Yeah, so thank you all so much for sharing information and helping us through this journey.
Right.
Absolutely.
But I did want to also mention, since the flyer is up for the Run Walk event that will be held this upcoming Saturday again, that's at Northview High School in Johns Creek, Georgia at 9 a.m. But there's a QR code. I mentioned about going to raceroster.com, but there's also a QR code on the flyer where you can also scan that QR code and it'll take you to the Race Roster site as well.
Good deal. Good deal.
I put the link in the thread as well.
Great, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, there it is.
And thank you also, brother.
Hey, listen. So we're not gonna get into the last topic today because I'm gonna show these guys we really can get out of here at a decent time. But I have to take the opportunity. I put the top 5 in the chat so y'all can go and get started looking at the top 5. What I do, I have to ask you only because I don't think JT's on anymore, so he had to go study his lines. But because I got 2 women here, you know, how long were you married?
17 years.
17 years. How long y'all been married?
32.
32 years.
32.
So
Beautiful.
I saw a podcast, part of this podcast. I thought I might put in the chat. A very emotional subject, very necessary. Y'all take care. Good night. Appreciate you, Supreme.
Thank you.
Definitely necessary, but definitely emotional. I agree. But anyway, I just got to, and this, we're not going to go into it because it'll take a while, but I just got to get your responses. And the conversation was about happy life, happy wife, happy spouse, happy house. Where do you lean on? Is it more so happy wife, happy life, or happy house, happy spouse, happy house?
What are my options again?
So it was a young lady named Sarah Fatino. She has a podcast that's been growing pretty big, and the conversation was, you know, about women, and there's a lot of women in there that were arguing this point and saying that, you know, it needs to be a happy wife in order to have a happy life. Sarah came back and said she disagreed, and she says, I think it should be more so a happy spouse, happy house. Women should stop centering all the energy around themselves. She said women are typically selfish when it comes to that, and it should be more happy spouse, happy house, as opposed to happy wife, happy life.
Well, all women aren't like that. I've never looked at it from that perspective. I think it's about compromise and you both trying to make each other happy.
So then it's happy spouse. The spouse is both sides.
Right.
That's basically saying,
Right.
as long as we both good, so you more happy spouse, happy house.
Right.
Jose?
I mean, I definitely agree with happy spouse, happy house.
You do?
I think both people need to be happy. I think both people need to be happy. I disagree with her that I don't think most women are selfish. I think it's the opposite, because women give a lot. We carry a lot of the emotional baggage, the work, the housework, the taking care of
no, we
children.
gotta share with all that.
Sound like you're saying one thing now, but you lean towards something else.
No, I think both people. I'm just saying that a lot of times women are the one that's leaving when they unhappy. So I think you need to check in with your star player at all times. It needs to be both people making sure each other's happy. So yeah.
Man, this could really hit live, bro. Get him off of here.
Frank is out of
You
control.
wait till I see you, Frank.
Frank is out of control. Frank told the truth. He said they up here telling stories, okay? In the comments. Why do you think I'm just thinking happy?
No, I just said based on your comments, you were saying women have to do this, women have to do that. You know what I mean? It's kind of, you were.
I'm just saying that's why. I'm just saying it does have to be both, but those comments are going on because a lot of times the women are the ones that are leaving the marriages. That's like 70-80% of divorces are initiated by women.
Because they're on the premise of happy wife, happy life. Then.
Well, they're feeling like they're not.
And that was what the argument was.
Either person can leave if they're not happy. I'm just saying. But both people need to be happy. Okay. Both people need to be striving. I tell people all the time, God put on my heart, you should be treating marriage like a job. If you taking extra classes to get up in your job and to get promoted and doing all these things, you need to be doing the same thing in your marriage. You need to be putting work in and getting to know that person and making sure they're satisfied with you and you're satisfied with them, vice versa. If y'all try to outlove each other, ain't no way you can't win. Ain't no way.
Okay.
You know?
Well, I look at it and I notice the women conversation.
No, it's not. It's
Okay, the way I view it, and this was the way it goes back to sometime the way we were raised.
She looking at you hard now. Be careful.
She
adjusted her seat. Go ahead.
Hey, she know what I'm finna say. But I mean, a lot of me, I think a lot of it has to do with the way the man and the woman, but majority, I'm talking mostly on the man side, the way we were raised and how we were taught. Because, like, take me for instance. I was raised. I have a pop. I have a stepdad. My dad, my biological dad, died when I was 3 months, so I didn't know him. But my pop, my father-in-law, Johnny Coon. Everybody that down south listening, they know who Johnny Coon is. I watched him. I learned from him. But my mother and my grandmother and my aunts, they the ones that really raised me. Because, see, my pop taught me, I'm here to teach you how to be a man. He believed in teaching me how to work, go out, rake yards, earn your money, fix your car, clean your car, and you take care of your wife and all of that, right? You protect them. Okay, my aunt and my mother and them, they taught me that you keep her happy. You know, you make sure that, you know, the kids are treating her like she's supposed to be treated. You treating her like she's supposed to be treated. They were like, if you do that, everything gonna work itself out. You're gonna be happy. So see, I grew up with also telling my sons, you know, they'll tell you, I used to come home from work tired, and if she crying, the first thing I'm saying is, what happened? When they got older, they used to meet me at the door. I ain't do nothing. I don't know, Daddy, you know, Mama just upset about something. But, you know, that's the way I believe that you keep her happy, because who they gonna run to most of the time first with their problem? Her.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Who they gonna come with? Mom, I need some help with homework most of the time. Her.
Sure.
You know, then she doing her own work. So I'm like, yeah, you gotta help keep her happy. So that's why a lot of times us men, I know I can speak for me, when we see a heated argument about to come, we'd be like, whatever you say, baby. You're right. I'm going in here to watch sports or watch a movie or westerns. I'm not finna get into that argument, because I already know if I get into it, it's almost a losing battle no matter which way I go. Because she's upset about something and she feel like I didn't get the answer I wanted over here, so now I'm coming to you. You know, so that's just how I was raised. So that's why
you a happy wife.
I'm
Happy
with
life.
long as she, I'm with long as she happy. Because guess what? I can go to sleep that night and don't have no problem. But if I don't, I can be sleeping. I'm gonna get this.
Here we go.
What is it?
But you also solidified what I said, like just saying that you know that she's carrying a lot of emotional burden and the weight of the children and things like that.
Right.
So you don't want to be another weight for her to carry.
Right.
So you're like, I can lift that off of you. And a lot of times we just volunteer. I'm not even saying that somebody's making us do that, right?
Right.
We just voluntarily do that as nurturers, you know, and caregivers, and you know, just being on a woman's heart to do those things, you know.
Good deal. I had to just play with that subject just a little bit, because we had, you know, we usually don't have two women on the platform at the same time, so I couldn't let the moment pass.
So what's your take?
I mean, I think to be effective, it's happy spouse, happy house. I think it should go both ways, for sure. I think if both people are concerned with other person's feelings and, you know, understanding when to talk, when to give space, especially for, you know, I think most men, you know, need a little space, you know what I mean? And recognizing when to give that space, as opposed to saying, you ain't getting no, you know what I mean? We're going, I think happy spouse, happy house is way more effective for sure. But I do believe that it's embedded in us to take care of the woman, you know what I mean?
Right.
So because of how, they see how you're raised, how you're, and I was raised by a single mother, so,
Gotcha.
I definitely see things differently because I didn't have that happy house.
I feel you.
You know what I
I feel
mean?
you. Yeah.
So I see things from a different
Right.
view. Yeah. So, T, I saw your comment. You can go with, but let me tell the first top 5. This is our top 5, y'all. Top 5, first day, because school's back in this week. And I didn't realize school's back in until last week because this is the first year where I don't have any
At the house.
high school students, you know what I mean? Or just school, everybody is either college or done. So this was the first year. I was like, Dad, school start next week? I had no idea. So it
You
was,
can do the
yeah. Dwayne over there. But yeah, but it just brought me to the thought of school, first week of school. So give me your top 5 first day of school moments. And if you can't remember your school, like my aunt said, she can't remember, but you were a teacher for 30 years. So what were your top 5 school moments at your school where you were teaching, or you were teaching, students? So give me your top 5 school moments. Go ahead, Dwayne, what you got? And while you read now, I forgot Kiki's last comment. She says, as long as I'm a passenger princess, it's happy spouse, happy house. But if somebody makes me drive, then it might be happy wife, happy life.
That's a mess.
And she said, 32 years, I'm trying to survive 15. What you got, Dwayne?
Memorable first school day moments of clothes.
You sound like Shaq right there, man.
No. I mean, I think the only thing I really can say is I remember, like you said, getting new Jordans or getting new shoes. You know what I'm saying? I'll just say, yeah, getting new shoes. Like you said, laying out your outfit first day of school. Being anxious to go back to school because I mean, like you said, we didn't have cell phones, so
I would hope not.
No, I'm saying like I think I talked to my daughter yesterday, and I was asking her like, did she see like all her friends, and she was like, yeah, and then she was like, but I seen them yesterday. I was like, yeah, she probably did. FaceTime, and they be on FaceTime. As opposed to when, our summertime, you only seen the people really in your neighborhood. You know what I mean? If they didn't go somewhere for the summer, you know what I mean? So when you got back to school, it was important to see, you know what I'm saying, who came back to school, and then 2, what, how, summer changes. Number 2, I'll say the classes you get, like your schedule. That gets you kind of excited. You know what I'm saying? Like, and trying to decide if you're gonna switch schedules. You know what I mean? And then
that wasn't around when I was in school.
Yeah. And then,
switching classes.
Yeah.
What was that?
Oh yeah.
You didn't switch classes?
No, I'm talking about being to change your class. If you didn't like your class, I was
That wasn't until college.
Till college, right? Now they joke get to switch class in high school. I was like, I get to switch your classes.
Yeah. And then I'll say last but not least, first day of school moment, I'll say my daughter. You know what I'm saying? My daughter's entering the 9th grade. Only got 3 more grades. That's it.
All right. You ready, Ant?
Yeah, I'm old school, so I have to go back to the old things. I say the first thing was because in the summer some of us went away, so the first thing is seeing old friends.
Okay.
Back in school, seeing old friends. Then the second thing was making new friends because you go to classes, you get to class, you seeing new students that you ain't seen before. You like, okay, I like her, I like him, so you meet new friends. The third thing to me was making sure I knew my teachers. So we knew which teachers were good teachers. We knew which teachers they said don't play the radio. So it was like, okay, what class I got and who is the teacher? So getting that. The fourth thing was getting my clothes together, school shopping. What I got for clothes, and the fifth thing was my shoes. What kind of shoes are we getting this year?
Gotcha.
Like that. That's it. Because back in our days, you had the school clothes, and then you had your get home from school, take them off clothes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trina, what you got?
I think the clothes, what is common for a lot of us. So yeah, because during the summertime, it was always exciting going back to school shopping, and shopping for clothes and shoes. I would also say seeing friends that didn't live in the close proximity of where we live. Um, so being able to see some friends that I only saw during the school year. I would also say band season because I was in the band. I started out playing an instrument when I was younger, and then later was on the dance line. So just looking forward to band season because during the summertime we would practice during the summer, and then band season would come, and that was fun.
Okay.
And I'd say probably less homework during the school year because we had school year round. Yeah, mama. During the summertime,
She got educators in her family.
yeah, we have educators in
Gotcha.
our family, and although my mother's profession was not being an educator, she was still an educator in the home. So education is something that's always been important in our family, and so during the summertime, although we didn't have homework or lessons from any teachers in the classroom, Mama gave us assignments every day
Mm.
during the summertime. So
Wow.
learning did not end.
Wow.
So
Okay.
that would be mine.
All right. All right. Jose, what you got?
Oh, okay, I'm gonna say the meeting the new people at the school. I took vocational during high school, so that I was always really excited about that, being able to go to vocational school and getting the new clothes, the new fits. In general, I was not a kid that liked school at all. And my mom said that a week after I started kindergarten, I asked her, "Is there a school at night?" Okay.
Really?
I've never been a morning person. Used to miss the bus all the time, and
Oh, goodness.
I was terrible when it came to, and I was in like advanced classes and things like that from a young age, but I still just did not like school. I started liking school more when I started teaching school, just being able to fix up your room and have my kids there with me to be in the room the week before school started, and just seeing their excitement when it's time for them to go to school on their first day and wear their new clothes and things like that. And I was one of those moms, I'm like, just wait, just hold off. Wear your stuff after the first week of school. That's when you pull out because everybody else already wore their stuff. Then you step out clean. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, I can say those memories. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Coach Nash chimed in. He said, my son's first day of pre-K. My daughter getting up saying the first day of school is like Christmas. God, dog, she loves school. Making the football team in 7th grade on the first day. Going to the Bud Bilkin parade. He's from Chicago, so I'm assuming that's a Chicago thing. I don't know what Bud Bilkin is. Will said, where you get this information? I'm not sure. You talking about the podcast, Will? Which one are you talking about? And number 5 for Coach Nash is waking up watching the Flintstones every first day with Mama's French toast. Okay. Light skin QT says 8th grade I had the flyest Tommy Hilfiger outfit with a tuck with French roll. She said she's I was fresh. Making sure my
French
grandma
roll.
bought me a disposable camera to take pics with my friends. Not being able to sleep the night before. That way call with your friend. The 3-way call with your friends. Everybody discussing what they were wearing. And last, they was walking my first child to his class on his first day. Oh, wow, on his last first day. That's dope. All right. See, I think that was everybody's comments thus far. Make sure I don't miss nobody. They always tell me I missed somebody.
Remember
Yeah.
telling me
Did
Frank
Frank go to
didn't come
sleep?
in on Augusta Day?
Yeah, I waiting to see Frank's.
He may have gone to sleep.
I said, man, went back to sleep. He done shot out insults
He
off.
done got all that off his chest. Messing with me, now he go back to sleep.
Hilarious.
Love you, Frank.
So I guess, first day of elementary, just eyes wide open, just amazed that, you're in school. And then I'm gonna go to Germany, first day of school, because the first day where I was surrounded by everybody that didn't look like me.
Okay.
It was eye opening.
I bet.
I was in fourth grade is when I started over in Germany, and it was the first time I was like, okay, this is different. It is different. When you literally the only black kid in class,
bet that was.
literally. But then I leave from Germany. I'm just going through my path here, from Germany to Texas. It was a brief stint in Virginia, but to Texas, and my first day of school was with a fight that resulted in a girl stabbing another girl in the eye with a
wow.
fork
Oh,
on the first day of school.
In Texas.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
wow.
We live in Dallas, Texas, man. It was no joke.
Wow.
Yeah, stabbed in the eye because she had a picture of her. One girl had a picture of the other girl's boyfriend in her wallet. And the other girl questioned why her boyfriend picture in the wallet. And she said, "This is my boyfriend." And the next thing you know, there's a fork in the eye.
Did that girl lose her eye?
First day of school,
I wonder,
absolutely.
did they go through something the
Wow.
whole summer? Did they communicate?
Hey,
or
man,
something?
listen.
Say, "I'm gonna
That
get
school,
I was wondering too how that went.
that school in Texas, man, South Oak Cliff. That year, there was 3 murders inside the school
What?
that year. One found in the basement.
Wow.
He had students locked up, 2 different assistant principals, because they had them big long lockers. Locked them in the locker.
What kind of schools?
Hey man, this school
The
here.
assistant principal locked the kid.
No, this kid locked the assistant principal in the locker.
I thought you meant
Okay.
another student.
No,
had
2
the-
different.
Wow.
This was on 2 different
goodness.
occasions. On 2 different assistant principals got locked in the locker by students. Yeah,
Wow.
this school here, Lo, you were 20 in the 4th grade. That's why they were looking at you.
Is this the school Joe Clark
he
was
woke up.
talking about?
Yeah, you
Did he?
you would have
One
thought,
of his
man.
schools, they were trying to send him over there too.
Hey, listen, this school right here, this
This
school
the
right
lean
here,
on me school.
this school right here, you can literally just walk around, look at people, be like, "Yep, he gonna be a murderer. Yep, he gonna kill some. Yep."
Wow.
That school was so rough, man.
Boy, they needed Joe Washington for real.
Hey,
They
man, I remember I first started magnet schools my freshman year, and I wanted to go to the law magnet. My mom wouldn't let me because it was downtown Dallas. So the only one I could go to was the science engineering magnet. So we went there half the day, and the other half we had to go back to the school. Boy, I was like, oh man, that was that's the most dreaded bus ride. Go back to that school, man. That school was so rough.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it was tough. And then, last but not least, was my first day of school with all my sons. I didn't miss one. You know what I mean? Being able to take every one of them to their first day of school is a memory
Special.
that's oh man, super duper special.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, if I can say something
Yeah.
with that, Lo,
Talk to me.
my sons, if they were here now, they all would tell you because we would, Trina and I would take them to school so they could walk around. We could meet the teachers and talk. Terry would always, he get on to me now about this. While Trina's sitting there talking and they telling what the plan is, I'd go to the teacher and before I leave, I'd be like, here's my number. If you have any problem, call me.
Yeah.
They were mad because the teacher would have my number and the first thing she said, I'm going to call your dad.
I'm gonna call you that. Yeah, don't no kid want to hear that.
Yeah.
As your legal counsel for this show, I recommend you add allegedly to your comments about the school before you go viral. Hey man, this ain't alleged. This is true. All this is true stories. I didn't do it. Shoot. Hey, these all true. Hey man, they had a kid, dude, on the football field. We had football practice. This dude, Jones, the other dude's talking about he slept with the girls, with the dude's girlfriend. This dude stabbed this dude like 20, 30 times. We at the field. They on the other side of the fence. He stabbed. Hey, man, not one coach ran over there. Not
And
one.
they see it happen.
Not one coach. They be like, hey, man, this school here, man.
Did he die?
And they were real good in football back in the day. They ain't been good in a long time. I don't know if it got better.
Did that
but,
kid die from that?
I know they ran to the emergency room. He wasn't dead at the moment.
Wow,
but
were
my
these
bad.
people going to jail?
Hey, man, listen.
These kids?
I was a youngster. I didn't do no research.
You
But
were surviving
I just know even at the science engineering magnet, my mama tell you, this is a true story, man. We at home watching the news. And they come in on the news and they talking about a bus at the local high school. And this at the magnet school now. Hey man, they show a heroin and all kinds of things broke into the house. They see a lady come out in handcuffs. It's my science engineering teacher.
Oh, wow.
I said, Mom,
Wow.
that's my teacher.
Yeah.
The white lady.
Handcuffs.
In handcuffs. They busted up.
Wow.
And we was wondering why she always sniffing. She was always sniffing in class. I mean,
Coach.
always just sniffing. Just her nose always running.
So
Hey.
it sounded like it was learned behavior.
Yo, man.
Your school was thugged out.
Hey,
Yeah. The
And
students
I
learn
went
from the
to a
teachers.
mostly white school. All my schools were mostly white. And by me being in like gifted classes and advanced classes, it would be maybe 2 or 3 black kids in all my classes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you talking about, we left Germany, Munich, Germany, where we would go downtown on our own as kids. We could go downtown. We could do whatever we want to.
Yeah.
We left there to go to Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
Big change. Big
You
Culture
talking about
shock.
night versus day. That
Hey,
was so crazy,
If you
man.
hadn't said Dallas, I thought you was finna tell me this was doing your stints up north.
No, this is in Dallas, Texas, bro.
Whoa.
Wow.
This was in Dallas. Hey, man, that school was so rough, man. That school was so rough,
So it was
man.
nothing when
And
you went up north.
It was 100%, no, totally different. Totally different world.
Did you have a lot of Hispanic kids then?
No, in Texas, okay.
Okay.
Integrated. This is what they call integrated. They would say they were integrating the school that year. We had 5 Mexicans. No, we had 10 Mexicans, 5 white kids. That's what they call integration. By the first month, all of them were gone. It didn't take 30 days. They beat the white kids up.
Oh, wow.
They ran the Mexican. Hey, man. Hey, I'm talking about, it might have been 2 or 3 Mexicans left, but they ran, they were gone, man. 30 days. Within 30 days, it was back to all black.
That's terrible.
That's lean on me 100%.
Hey,
Wow.
Yes.
man, that school was, hey, man. That school was so rough. And they called it the original #1. Like your son said, it used to be the school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They called it South Oak Cliff the original #1. But boy, that thing that fell off, boy, it was the original thugs. That thing was thug high, man. That school was rough, man. That school was rough.
I would have been begging to be homeschooled.
You heard?
I was so happy we left. I was so happy we left there. And then I got, I had several fights in school, and all of them because I was a Steeler fan, even back then. And I'm in Dallas.
in Dallas.
I stood 10 toes down on my Steeler even back then. Had a knockdown drag out fight in the middle class.
I've been in the middle of it. Dallas. Yo, what?
Wow.
Dude
You were
told me
brave.
to say something else about dog on a cowboy. I did.
You were brave.
Dude said you gonna slap me. He slapped me too. But boy, when I dropped, but the next thing he saw about 20 B, I laid about 20 of them on him before he could blink.
You said Pearson.
I went to work. Hey, I was a straight A student. This is a true story, man. You had my mom. I'm telling you, it's a true story, man. only reason I didn't doggone get suspended because I had straight A's.
Right.
So the principal brought me in, and the teacher came in. She said, "I just can't believe it. And she said, he's so quiet, but he could fight." Hey, I laid so many bees on Buddy, and I that's the first time I ever got paddled. I actually got paddled, but the principal said, "Well, I'm gonna have to paddle you, or I got to suspend you."
Wow.
Dang, let me go and get
bend
these,
over.
Let me go and get these licks in there, man.
What grade were you in?
This was 9th grade, 8th grade. Yeah, we got to Germany. Yeah, 8th grade. This was 9th grade, and I was in high school at the point. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Might have been afraid too that you were gonna put him in a locker.
Hey, that school crazy, man.
Ooh, that's
She said your mom said so true, but I wonder why your mom let you stay there. She was assigned there. You know what I mean? She was assigned there. You know, that was our district. There wasn't you couldn't transfer back in them days. There wasn't no moving around. Wherever your district was, that's where you went to school at.
yeah. I probably would have been a truant then.
I mean, when I first moved here, Georgia was still doing that because they had a mom that was trying to that lied about her address and put her kid so her kid could go to a different
They put you in
school.
jail for that stuff.
And she was arrested for it. Yeah, like the first year that I moved here.
Yeah.
I remember thinking how outrageous it was that they arrested her.
Yeah, absolutely.
And actually gave her some time for doing that.
Yeah.
Your address down south, your address determined because like I'm from a small town. We only had, we had a couple of private schools, but we mainly had a country school and a city school. That's what it was called. You had Thomas County Central, which was in the country, and you had Thomasville. Back then, you had to go to the school according to your address. If you stayed in the city limits, I don't care if you didn't like the teacher or whatever, you had to go to Thomasville High. If you stayed outside the city limits, you had to go to Central. With no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Yeah, that's how it was.
Yeah.
Wasn't no, like I said, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's how it was. Wasn't no. So we that was the zone. That was the school we was on for. So that's where we went.
Yep.
But I was happy to leave that place. But anyway, I do remember a time when it was JJ's first day, and I was so excited about going in with him, and the teacher wouldn't let us cross the door seal. I was so dang.
You gotta go to open house. We don't want y'all in there the first day. Just gotta come during open house. First day is time to make sure everybody's doing what they supposed to be doing, sitting down.
She said, "My mom on the field feed by herself. She over there with both people again. God, I don't know where that feed. Where that feed coming from? Hey, but listen, this has been a dynamic show.
Thank y'all so much.
Trina, Anthony, we appreciate y'all coming down and sharing this, and we will, we got it posted. Dwayne, let's see if we can. You can, man. Let's just get this show chopped up ASAP so we can get some post about it before Saturday's event. I'd love to be able to repost some of this stuff before Saturday's event. But we're excited about it. We want to, hope you all have the opportunity to look into some of these other platforms and things. I do got the word out. I'll let you know something as soon as I hear back.
Okay.
But we really, really appreciate you all coming down. This is a heck of a story to tell. Salute to your family. You know what I mean? This is a whole family, thing here. So salute to your whole family, the new family member. Congratulations again, and we wish you all nothing but success.
Yes, congratulations.
But like I said, also, Lo, I want to thank you for allowing us to and giving us the opportunity to share it here on your platform. That's one thing about this man. Like he said, I've been knowing him ever since his freshman year in college. And one thing about him, he's a true example of if he got it, you need him, he gonna help you with it. We have good times, we had some good workouts, we had some good days on the field and all of that. But when it all boils down, whenever I need him, I call him, he come through. He there for me. And he know I'm here for him if he need us too. So and Trina, she done been adopted to be part of the West Georgia boys all the way up. Frank, I can't get enough of him calling and she done. Oh, I ain't tell you this, Lo. I'm gonna see if he comment on this. When she met him, the first thing she said, "I didn't know you were that small." She called him her little brother. Frank was like, "Nah,
Too
sis."
funny. Too funny.
Yeah.
Too funny. Giselle, you got anything?
No, I don't have nothing. Y'all know where to follow me. Jose Sunray on everything. And I'm just getting back on the horse. So, it's gonna be some stuff coming out pretty soon. I'm
And
working
thank
on
you
some
for
stuff now.
Thank you for your service teaching school. So good luck.
Woo!
Hope you-
I'm trying to stay out of the school system. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on some projects.
And I'm sure it's a different.
It's so different after
Yeah.
COVID. The energy of the children and of the parents is just totally different. So yeah, it's y'all. What I will say is I want everyone be very supportive of your teachers. If you still have kids in
Yes.
school, teachers don't get enough support. They don't get enough grace, and they can't keep teachers. They literally, most of these school systems are between 200 to 400 teachers short, and a lot of parents don't even know that.
Can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm asking this because, what we see on the news sometime and we don't. Because just like you just mentioned, after COVID, things change.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear a lot of, people, it ain't just parents. Some of them are congressmen and senators. They like to put the blame on COVID has changed these children because they were out of school for so long
Mm-hmm.
and their minds wasn't right because they were tired of being stuck in a house and all of that. Do you think part of that have a lot to do with those teachers not being there now because of the way the kids came back? 'Cause
100%.
They said the drama and the problems in the school has
Yes.
increased so much.
It has. You got to think about, you took kids that were being socialized and being able to be around their friends every day to isolating them. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I 100% saw that it wore on a lot of kids on their mental.
Really?
On their mental. You had kids in our county, they let all the kids go to summer school free who because so many kids just that were like straight A students and stuff could not keep up. But I think the biggest part is that it was their mental. So they couldn't focus on this when they're dealing with all these emotions. They had people that were dying. They had people that were sick, along with being isolated away from these people that they were getting daily support from. I was telling them when I sold my salon, I used to commute for like 7 years back and forth and saw the same people. And within 6 months after I sold it, I started going into a depression. Why? Because I didn't have my tribe. So you have these kids, they're looking at their parents, but they don't have their tribe. They're the people that were athletes. That's a whole tribe when you were athletes, just seeing your homeboys
Right.
practicing every day.
Right.
And the same thing with, just kids that had friend groups that now your parent is telling you can't be around them because we don't know what they're doing in their house, right?
Right.
But I saw it firsthand. All the grades plummeted, and then the morale and the joy that a lot of kids had. And so then you had the kids that were home by themselves, and school starts back, and they're like, ain't nobody been telling me what to do for a whole year. You not about to tell me what to do, right?
Right.
And we were dealing with that. This was conversations that a lot of us were having about how the kids came back and the disrespect and the level of what they were willing to do and say to you now after COVID. It definitely.
So
yeah.
you didn't see a whole lot of that prior to COVID because there are a lot of children. I mean, sometimes I see these videos that are posted on social media where these children have no respect at all for authority. And I mean, they literally going in will fight an adult.
100%. We definitely saw that before COVID. But after COVID, it was just like now the kids felt like they felt more empowered and knew that their parents were not going to, because the parents didn't want them home. So the parents don't want them home. So the parents are backing up what they're doing. It was just a different shift. I was telling them, I read an article the other day. They said that this is the first generation that's not smarter than their parents. So
Really?
Yes. So we know that there was a shift. And I think that the biggest shift was COVID. I 100% feel like that when they came back, it was just a different vibe, you know? Yeah.
The reason I asked that because I look back as I know it's different from when we were raised, because I ain't gonna lie, we were happy when they said no school today. What? We didn't have a problem with staying out on spring break. We didn't get depressed. We didn't get nothing. That was our time to have fun. Go play ball, go shoot ball, go with your friends, I go do whatever. But then I understand we didn't stay out as long as they did,
Right. And think about it, they did not go see their friends. You see what I'm saying? A lot of kids, like if you went, like if a kid came over to my house, no, you're not coming in. You're not going out.
Right.
And I started just trying to let them play ball. And I said, but y'all have to wear y'all masks because you still, you really don't know how to navigate that. That's your first,
Right.
It's everybody's first time dealing with something like that, So when we were in school, like you said, you're on break and you got to see your friends.
Right, yeah.
They were happy at first, but as time went on, it was like they were going through a grieving process. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
At home. So yeah, they happy at first, but then it's like, wait a minute. They don't even know why they're depressed,
Right.
why they're feeling the way that they're feeling.
Gotcha.
I related to not having their tribe, not being around their friends for like 2 years,
Wow. Okay.
But definitely, like my kids they were super happy when they sent everybody home.
Yeah. That's
But
what I
then
was
after a
thinking.
while, it was kind of like, oh, we're just stuck in the house.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Can't go ride the bike anywhere and stuff. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of these kids weren't getting out anyway because these computers shoot. They in the house a lot
They
of
were
times.
getting to
regardless.
school every day.
Yeah, they were getting to school.
You
They
see
getting
what I'm
that,
saying?
they did miss out on some
They were
socialization
around.
for sure.
Yeah, people couldn't graduate. You had, I remember like my son was running track. Their school was doing good.
Oh, yeah.
They were traveling and they just immediately,
Shut all that down.
everything got shut down,
Right.
and it was unexpected. Because if you remember that first day, I was in Alabama, they sent all the kids home midday.
And they didn't understand it either because they didn't understand why you telling us we got to
sure.
go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Dennis Rodman did go to our high school, but Dennis Rodman, his sister was the more popular person back then. They were the athletes. The sister was the athlete. Dennis really wasn't.
Yeah.
He
I
didn't develop
remember
till
he
later.
talked about that.
Anyway, one more time, everything's going on. Tell us about Saturday, time, location.
Yes. Northview High School in Johns Creek, Georgia. The event will start at 9 a.m. and it goes through 12 p.m. 12 p.m.
Okay.
9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Right.
Good deal. Anything else y'all want to add?
Once again, we want to thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you,
you very
brother.
much.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate y'all. Salute again to this family. Wishing all the best on the event. To the family, the whole unit, wherever they are. And congratulations. Continue to keep his legacy alive. It's a beautiful thing. And we'll always salute you, brother.
Appreciate that.
And that's gonna do it, y'all, for Classic Conversation with JT and Lo. We'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And there we have it. JT should be back next week. Good luck again, JT, this weekend. Break a leg. Ask a cop wherever you at.
So,
Jose, appreciate you. And again, one more time, Classic Conversation with JT and Lo.
And Jose.
And we out. Peace.
Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic Conversations with JT and Lo. Classic Conversations. Conversations with JT and Low. You never know which way the red and red is gonna go. It's Classic Conversations.